Hey, it's Alex here. Do you remember the good old days of niche websites? If you've been a subscriber or follower of my channel for a while, and I mean quite a while, a few years, you'll remember the good old niche website days where we're all trying to make some money online by creating niche websites, publishing content, and doing SEO, trying to escape our 9-to-5 jobs and live the internet money dream. Back then, I wasn't the only one creating content around niche websites. There was quite a vibrant community of us here on YouTube, all talking about our niche websites, our success stories, sharing ideas, and it was really fun. Do you remember my live streams, especially around Christmas, where I'd invite people on from the community and we'd all hang out, talk about niche websites and making money online, and oh, it was fun. Unfortunately, Google put a stop to all that with its helpful content updates and, well, in fact, other search engine updates. It meant that niche websites weren't getting the traffic that they used to, and it became very difficult to make money from a niche website. This, in turn, meant that a lot of those YouTubers, well, they stopped uploading. They just disappeared. So I reached out to the OG YouTubers and asked if they'd like to jump on a call with me and talk about the good old days, about what happened to their websites. I asked them what they're up to now, whether they're still making money online, whether they had to go and get a 9-to-5 job, all that kind of stuff. And I'm pleased to say that I managed to get quite a few interviews. They also shared with me some great ideas in terms of what's working for them now when it comes to making money online. And yeah, I really enjoyed catching up with all the OGs. So in this video, I've got all those interviews for you. If you want to jump to a particular YouTuber, take a look at the timestamps below in the description. I think you're going to love this video. Try and watch it all the way through because a lot of them share some really good tips when it comes to making money online. And if you got knocked out of the game by the Google Helpful Content Update, I'm hoping that you'll find some inspiration and some ideas in this video that will help you get back into it, get back to working online, and hopefully help you escape your 9-to-5 job if you still have one. So let's roll the tape. So I've got my main man here, Shaun Marrs. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm good. Thank you very much for agreeing to jump on a call with me and have a chat about what you're up to. So, yeah, that's what I want to ask you. You're obviously quite a prolific niche website, make money online YouTuber. And we haven't heard from you for a while. So, yeah, what's going on?
Basically, I stuck to my plan. Like, I think I was quite lucky because I sold a lot of sites about 3 months before HCU2 rolled out, so I cashed out. And I remember, like, some of the videos are still on my channel, and there's people in the comments saying, this is a mistake, it can get to 50,000 views a month within months using AI. And, like, there was other people saying, oh, he's only putting this content out so people will sell their sites so he can buy them. And so I've never bought a site. I always build my own. I've always been open with that. But no, it's been going well.
It was just good timing. Was that more luck?
Oh, mate, it was complete luck. I think a lot of people, there was rumblings that it was going to get bad, but I don't think anyone knew it would get this bad this fast. And I remember HCU rolling out because I still had sites under contract with Azoic, so they nosedived. I was like, thank God I sold them. But I sold them to a friend who sells links, so the multiples were a little different. It wasn't like 30x or 40x monthly earnings. He takes Moz domain score and stuff like that and comes up with how many links he can sell within like a month to his current clients and then tries to work out how many links he can sell in the future, and that's how his multiples work. So thankfully he wasn't that bothered that the traffic nosedived on the sites I sold them because he was still selling links. But even he sold that now. Just so much has changed in the industry.
It has for sure. And what
actually, I didn't answer your question. Sorry, dude.
No, that's fine. That answers it.
I just rambled on.
Great.
So basically I think I've got like a handful of videos still up, and the last one I went over my plan. I was pivoting over to YouTube, and I was trying to build basically YouTube would be my niche site, and then Facebook, Pinterest and stuff would like push traffic into it. I did that. Do you know what Warhammer is?
I do.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. And I had
a niche. Are you good at painting those little lead figures?
I'm not good at it at all, but like I actually really enjoyed it. But mate, like my eyes, like obviously I wear glasses, and like I've even got magnifying glass still up here. that like used to pull down, and it's a 10x magnifying glass, so I kept getting migraines, so I had to tap out of that niche, which is a shame because I did enjoy it, but I wasted like a year on painting them and growing that up. So I pivoted into another niche. So that's been, 18 months now. I've been growing this new brand, but I'm really happy with how everything's going right now.
Is that YouTube-based as well, is it?
Yeah. Well, for now, YouTube's still the priority, but I do want to scale into TikTok a lot more because I do think that's the future. And I've got some friends who they're making really good money on TikTok with a fraction of the effort it takes to make long form.
Well, yeah, to make a 30-second, 60-second video.
It's got to be 60 seconds on TikTok or you can't monetize it. So it's got to be 60 seconds, but it's still like 10 to 15 minutes to make the video, and it takes hours for a good long form.
It does, for sure. And then how do you monetize it? What, they do an ad share thing? Or I've heard people making money through affiliate stuff on there and TikTok shop and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've got... because I've got TikTok shop affiliate, I think it is, where TikTok shops where you actually sell the products. I don't do that, but I am an affiliate for other people's shops. Yeah. But unfortunately, you can only promote the products listed in your country. And even though I'm good friends with one of the specialist shops in this niche, and I message them all the time, it's like, mate, you need to list your products on TikTok. I get a lot of views, but they just don't for some reason. But I wish I was in like Germany or the USA or Asia where the hobby's a lot more popular. But my goal is RevShare. They just changed the name. I think it's called a TikTok Creator Fund now. But and a lot of people are sleeping on this, and I didn't even know about it till my friend told us. They've put like RPM multiples in. It's called additional revenue. Okay. And they don't actually tell you how you score it. But like a lot of people complain, say, I'll get, I don't know, say 30 cents RPM on TikTok. But if you're driving search traffic from TikTok search engine, you get a multiple for that. If you're doing like educational content, niche-based, you get a multiple for that. And one of my friends gets £1.75 RPM for videos on TikTok that take 15 minutes to make. That's and because of For You page, you get decent views straight away, and then you've got residuals because TikTok are pushing their search engine a lot right now. Okay. But the downside is if it gets banned in the USA, it's not going to be that viable. But
do you think that's likely because they did ban it and then they unbanned it, and Trump mentioned it, although he'd probably like to mention it.
No, I give them another extension. I pay a lot of attention to it. He give them another extension, and personally, I hope they sell it to an American company because my niche is massive in India, and India banned all Chinese apps. So if they sell TikTok to the United States, it's legal in India, and then that's like over 1 billion people back on TikTok, and like you need followers to reach the monetization.
Why doesn't like Zuckerberg or Google just buy it?
Well, I think Elon Musk was going to, and then they had a falling out, so I don't know what's happening with that. But I remember reading a thing saying there was like like a bunch of US billionaires were coming together to like try and buy it, but nothing that I've seen has been released since that.
Do the Chinese actually want to sell it?
That's another thing. I don't think so. And a lot of my sponsors in my brand are Chinese companies.
Right.
And like literally the tariffs cause havoc in this niche, or I'm sure in a lot of niches because they just weren't shipping to the US. But I spoke to them, like two of them on video calls recently, and they're like, oh, doesn't matter what they do, we're good. It's like, it's as if the CCP have said, look, we'll just cover your losses, just keep selling stuff, we are winning. Which, like, if you look at the data, in my opinion, like the rest of the world are, like the EU, China, India, I do think it's backfired, and the US are the ones losing on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally. Just cracking on.
So in terms of like niche websites, you haven't got any of those anymore?
No, I've got one for this brand. Wait, I've got like 4, I think. Like I've got ShaunMarrs.com and 4 others that I haven't updated for since before HCU2. So that's like, what, 2023?
Yeah, okay.
But the one...
They're still getting traffic or not?
And barely. The one I'm growing right now, though, so basically YouTube's been my main focus, and I noticed something in the YouTube SERP, because that's a strategy I'm using with YouTube, like Google SEO traffic from the YouTube widget into YouTube. And I was noticing certain sites were ranking, and I was like, this isn't difficult to replicate. So I've been doing that since March this year on the blog for the brand, and it's not much traffic, but it's like 10,000 organics from Google so far. So I'm trying to scale into that as well. But yeah, YouTube videos, my main thing, be it long form on YouTube or short form for YouTube and TikTok.
So let's just quickly talk about these videos. Are these faceless videos? Are they AI videos, or are they you with your face?
It's faceless, but real life. Like, it's not AI. It's me recording things. I want to get my face on camera, though, because I've had some potential sponsors outright say we don't sponsor faceless content. But like, the background isn't very good right now. I am slowly working on a new background so I can get in front of the camera, because I don't care about it. It's just there is an aesthetic component to the niche I'm in. So it's like, it looks so bad the way I've got.
Yeah, because again, like I said, get some lights, maybe, I don't know, put something on the wall, get a plant behind you.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not that. It's like, because there's just a lot of variables. But I'm hoping early next year I can get in front of the camera. Then I'm going back to the niche, the brands who said we only sponsor faced brands or content creators, and I'm like, look, I've got more subscribers than everyone else who you sponsor now, and I'm on camera.
Yeah,
so that's my plan.
And talking about getting back on camera, what about your Shaun Marrs channel?
It keeps coming into my head because like I keep getting messages from people just asking how I am and stuff like that, and then people keep linking us to courses and stuff. It's like, mate, I would not buy that. I don't buy courses anyway. But again, I'm just so busy right now for the rest of this year. But maybe next year I'll go back to it. But the amount of time you put into it, it's just not worth it when I can just grow my brand.
Yeah, was it more of just for fun, that kind of channel? It didn't really
much
revenue or anything?
I did 4 videos a month, I think, was my goal on the Shaun Marrs channel. With this one, I'm trying to do 20 long forms, 20 short forms, and 20 blog posts a month. So It's like, this new one's my priority.
And you actually see a return on those rather than on Shaun Marrs, where
you got
some nice views, but I guess it probably wasn't making much money.
Yeah, without like sponsors, because like no one really sells links anymore. There's no one to sponsor that kind of content. So it's just... So basically with the Shaun Marrs channel, because I was blogging text-based content all day, the videos were like an escape from that, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
But now video is my main thing. So like, it's just a pain because I just do YouTube, 2/3 of the month.
Yeah.
Or TikTok. So now it's like just more video content, which is higher effort. And it's not really an escape because it's just mundane, routine stuff for us now.
Yeah. Is there anything else you're working on, or is that your main thing at the moment?
No, I'm all in on this brand because mate, honestly, I don't know how much detail you want, but last December, YouTube pushed their Warden AI live and it just instantly banned a lot of, demonetized a lot of channels. And on YouTube Partner, on Reddit, like that subreddit, there was a load of people saying, I've been banned and this is the reason. And it's like the channel, when you watch their videos, it's like, there's nothing wrong with this content. And then it happened to me. I got demonetized. I was like, right, that's just put a massive problem into this.
What was the reason they gave?
Oh, mate, they didn't give a reason. It was their AI. As far as I'm aware, they've dialed it right down or removed it from the algorithm now because there was a lot of people on Reddit. And the thing is, that really annoyed me. I went through, in your YouTube studio, there was like a button that come up saying appeal. So I appealed it. Then you could elevate it to another team twice. I did that, and all 3 of them said, no, the AI's right, we're sticking with the ban. Then...
But they couldn't actually tell you what they thought was wrong with it?
No, nothing. Honestly, it was the dumbest thing ever.
And so you were still getting views, but no ads on it?
Yeah. It was like it was basically just demonetized the channel. But then I saw someone on Reddit post saying, ignore the YouTube thing. You've got to go through the process so they can end their ticket. Then you go onto Twitter, ticket the YouTube support thing on there, which is a team in America who have like more power. And within a week, they'd fixed and now it's monetized again. And it's insane to me.
And you still don't know why they did that, from...
Even the ones on Twitter couldn't tell us anything. They basically just said, yeah, it's fixed. I got an email as well. They didn't even tell us on Twitter. They didn't reply.
So you think they just made a mistake?
Yeah, I honestly think it was their AI. The AI was just tuned incorrectly and it was banning people for demonetizing people for no reason. But thankfully it got sorted. But mate, in December, I was like, right, I'm done with content creation. I'm just going to get a job because like Gen Z aren't really doing like physical engineering. They're all doing coding. So there's like some decent paying jobs out there.
Yeah.
And then
did it get to that point? Have you been back to a 9 to 5?
No, no, not yet. Like I said, I was so lucky. The money I made from selling my sites, before HCU, I basically used that as runway to like tide us over until this brand was making enough money to cover the bills and stuff. So without that, I would definitely have had to like
get up Tesco's and get a job.
Oh, there's like a Nissan car plant like right next to my house. So I would have probably went there, but
yeah, they'd probably pay pretty decent. Actually, yeah,
it's been it's not bad money as well for my trade. But just grind it on, and thankfully things are in a good place.
Good. Well, thanks for joining me. One last thing before you go. Obviously, after HCU and everyone kind of got wrecked on their niche websites, a lot of people did go back to get a job. A lot of people lost enthusiasm for trying to do something online.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, talking to you, that there is still an opportunity. What would you say to people that maybe have given up on online? Do you think, it's still worth pursuing? There obviously isn't the clear sort of process that we had a few years ago, which was, find a niche, publish loads of content, get your SEO right, and it should, over 6 to 12 months, start to pay some money. But you think there's still opportunities to use the internet to get away from a job?
Yeah, like I'm still doing it full time. We have a mutual friend who they're still doing it full time. The thing is, the old text-based model, that's something I mentioned in the Shaun Marrs video, like one of the last videos on that channel. I said text-based content's coming to an end. And again, people mocked us in the comments for that. But with hindsight bias, unfortunately, I was right, and a lot of people lost a lot of things. But like I said, I personally think TikTok's going to be the future. Just it's so low effort. And the RPMs, at least for now, are really good, provided it doesn't get banned in the United States. But YouTube's viable. I got monetized on Facebook with my brand it was last week. And I've got Facebook stars or something.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what that is. I don't use Facebook. But I got the email.
People they can give you money. But yeah, you'll get to a point with Facebook, and then they'll start doing an ad share with you.
Yeah, because mate, my Facebook. I'm sorry if I keep going on, but basically, like with YouTube, you can repurpose a lot of content. Like your long forms can get posted onto Facebook, photos for your community page can go on, and so can your shorts. So Facebook is literally just byproduct from my YouTube channel. And I think I've got 1,000 followers organically without buying anything in the last month on the analytics. So it's literally just byproduct that I'm uploading. It adds a few minutes to my worklost. But I really need to geek out on Facebook and how to grow it faster.
Yeah, well,
especially now I can get monetized.
On my Estepona project. But just quickly, you're absolutely right about short form content. And the great thing about it is it's very easy to create, very low overhead. And then you do have multiple platforms that you can publish it to. So I put all my shorts onto TikTok, onto Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. So you can get 3 or 4 placements with one video. And in terms of growing Facebook, I've been running some ads, very simple ads. And you can get likes from between maybe 5 and 10 cents a like. And the great thing about Facebook and Instagram is if you do keep publishing regularly and people do engage with your content and it's fairly decent content, they will extend your reach. And the nice thing about it is they'll actually tell you, they'll go, well done, you've been putting up some really good content. We've increased your reach. And now on Facebook, my reels, minimum 1,000 views. Some of them, they'll go 20, 30, 40,000 views. Yeah. And without paying for ads. And a lot of those people engaging are the people that I kind of paid for. So I keep an ad campaign running all the time just to keep the Facebook growing. And it's nearly hit 10,000 likes now, which is quite a lot for a local sort of page.
Yeah, exactly. Is that, you're living in Spain,
bro? Yeah, where I live.
Yeah.
Life, it's called,
Mate, honestly, like I said, like you just said as well, syndication of short forms. Because, again, one of my sponsors, they'll only pay for certain platforms, which are YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and the yellow icon one, Snapchat. I don't even use Snapchat.
I never use that,
Yeah, exactly.
That's and for younger people, I think.
Yeah, and they were saying, do you not want to expand into Snapchat? And I was like, mate, I don't even know what that is. I've seen the icon, but it's like, no, I'm good. But yeah, you can just syndicate your short forms onto so many. Like, I even uploaded to Tumblr and I've got movement there, but Tumblr's
still a thing.
Fraction. Wow. Mate, I know you wanted this to be short and we'll just keep going on, but some of my good friends went to Blue Sky or something. It's like a Twitter clone.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, but they were like, oh, this is the next big thing. It's like, but they're not uploading to Tumblr, which has 5 times the monthly views is already to Blue Sky, but they're posting on Blue Sky. It's like, I think people are sleeping on
Tumblr's been around for years. That's one of the original social sites.
It dropped off massively, but like 40% of the users are Gen Z. I think 30% are millennial, and they are trying to push it. But it's kind of like Pinterest, where only certain niches work.
Yeah.
So that's the downside of it. Like, so many niches just wouldn't work on Tumblr.
That's great. Well, thanks for joining me. So your overall message is, yeah, if you want to do something online, there is still opportunities, but you're probably going to need to get involved in video.
Yeah, definitely, in my opinion, at least. Like, so many people are just spamming out AI, text-based content, and it's kind of starting with video. But yeah, I personally think video is the future.
Yeah, because I think, although there is AI video generation, and I've been playing around with them, and some of them are really cool, I don't think it's ever going to replace real human-made video, especially if you're showing your face, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons my sponsors want faced people, with some potential sponsors, just to say, look, it's not the AI, this is a person.
It's real human content, and that's going to be the real premium, isn't it? So
in the future, honestly,
full of all this AI stuff, people are going to be craving some real human content.
I was talking to another friend who's in the industry, and he calls it AI pollution. And it's like, his theory is, it's going to be like, if you imagine all the pollution going out there, there's going to be like a few little gems. So like starting to build now, and just be like, look, I'm real. I really do what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm a real human.
Like, content everywhere. So I've got first-hand experience. It's not whatever ChatGPT crawled from historic data. But
it's going to be valuable for sure. It's going to be valuable. So there's always opportunity. That's good to hear. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck with all your projects, and we shouldn't leave it so long next time.
Yeah, man, just give us a shout. Like,
maybe I'll have you on, and we can do a much longer chat and talk about AI and the future and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day. See you later.
Keep grinding, dude. Cheers. Bye.
See ya. Okay. Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Good, Alex. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, this is a bit of a fake introduction because we were just talking, but yeah, thanks for coming on. I just wanted to basically find out what the heck you're up to right now, and whether you're still making money online, doing any YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So maybe you could fill us in.
Yeah, YouTube's my main focus now. I'm still got some money coming in from Mediavine. I started a niche site that I started after the HCU that does about $2,000 a month. Okay. I kind of tried to target Pinterest. And then I did some faceless YouTube channels, and they're doing about $2,000 a month as well. So that's kind of like a combined, like, enough to get me by sort of thing.
$2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, they're kind of the two sort of things that I've sort of built up since the HCU kind of decimated everything. And then, my main thing that I spend most of my time on, because they're kind of passive, is I'm trying to build courses and sell them on YouTube. So I launched one in April, May time, and there was kind of like a big launch event for that, and made about $3,000 from that. And that was kind of like, oh wow, you can make a lot of money kind of selling like digital products and courses and stuff through YouTube videos. And so off the back of the success of that, I've kind of been focusing on trying to build YouTube like courses or digital products off the back of YouTube.
Okay, so what can you share any more on what these courses are about?
Well, I don't want to give away my niches, but basically you just do. It's all faceless, and in fact, I'm using 11 Labs voices, so it's kind of voiceless as well. But basically,
using whose voice? An AI or just someone else?
11 Labs has AI voice. Well, it's not AI because it's voice actors.
Okay.
And the voice actors do voice clones. They clone their own voice, and then you can search through their archive for a voice actor whose voice you like, and then you type in the text, and it's that voiceover actor's clone of their voice that reads it. And then I'm just making tutorials that are quite long tutorials, like more than like 30 minutes long. And throughout the tutorial, I'll promote something like a prompt pack, for example. And then I'll be like, hey, like this is how to do the task, but if you want to do it better or do it quicker, use these prompts, use the link in the description. People click the link and they'll purchase a prompt pack for like $20 or $30. And at the moment I'm getting about 3 or 4 purchases per 1,000 views. So the RPM is up there around like maybe 50, somewhere between $40 and $60 on these YouTube channels. The AdSense is anywhere from like I think most of them are about $5.50, but anywhere between like $4 and $10 for AdSense. And
Okay.
then, but that's just like, even if they turned off AdSense, it wouldn't bother me because that's not the majority of the income. The income's from selling the digital products.
Right, from within the tutorials. I
Yeah.
always found that was a great way to sell stuff because, yeah, people are following a tutorial. They want to achieve an end result. And if you've got something that can make that easy or something that they actually need in order to complete the tutorial, then they're going to buy it, you think, generally.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a really high conversion rate. Wow. So how much work is involved in putting these videos together in these tutorials?
Okay, so for that one that I launched in April, May, that ended up making about $3,000 for the launch, it took I think it took pretty much spot on a month to make it. So it took me a month to make this course. And then the course was free on YouTube. And then I said, buy this digital product, basically. And then, people purchased it. And then that kind of died off because it was for a launch for a very specific thing that had a deadline. It's like, once you pass this deadline, people aren't going to buy it anymore. But the deadline will come around a couple of times a year. So hopefully that'll kind of come back.
It's kind of seasonal, maybe.
Yeah. So at the moment, I'm trying to work on one that's not quite so seasonal. And I've been working on that for maybe 2 months now. And I'll hopefully, when I launch that, it'll be a bit more of an ongoing passive income.
Okay, that sounds really good. So you're still living the dream, as it were. You got plenty of free time, or are you working harder than ever?
Well, I work a lot less now because I've got a kid, and I don't really want to work on hang out with my kids. So
yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And you've obviously got these income streams, which is really good. But you don't share any of your stuff on your YouTube channel anymore.
No, it's just that, like, I don't really see much of a return on investment for that. I still have my like, I've shared pretty much every month since the HCU. I've shared my income reports with my email list, who are just people who've been following me ever since my YouTube channel. So there are still people who I'm in touch with every month who I'm sharing income reports with, but I just don't really see the value in the YouTube channel. I literally never made a cent from that YouTube channel. So,
okay.
Like, what was the point? I've got limited time. I may as well spend it on something that's going to make me money.
You've got to focus, yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. And it gives us hope because there's been a lot of despair out there about, it's impossible to make money online anymore and we're all doomed and all that kind of stuff. But from what it sounds like, there's still some opportunities out there. Just got to find the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's harder for sure. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. I tried everything. I tried Facebook. I tried like a daily newsletter. I tried the new niche site. I got it to $2,000 a month, and then I was like, I kind of capped it out, and I couldn't figure out a way to do it anymore. I tried faceless YouTube. I've got VAs working on that faceless YouTube channel that's doing about $2,000 a month, but I'm also like, I can see a future, or any time now, YouTube turning around and saying, cutting it off. Like, I don't see it as a real business. I just see it as a bit of a side hustle. Whereas I see selling digital products on YouTube as a real business. If you can get a digital product business that's kind of top of funnel from YouTube, then maybe I'll be able to sell them through like retargeting with Facebook or Meta ads, or even just raw Facebook and Meta ads. Because I know, like, Matt from Money Lab or Swim University, he sells books on Meta, and I think he said he makes like $15 to $20 per book every time he sells it on Meta. So I just see more paths through digital products. Yeah, like how to maintain your swimming pool. Yeah. So if you've got a digital product, you've got more control over your income source. It's not just from AdSense. You can try to get it through ads or through YouTube or, various different ways, even SEO, I guess.
Yeah. You've just reminded me about Matt there. That's someone else I need to reach out to for this video. So, yeah, great. Yeah. Wow. So that's good. So you were never at the point where you thought you need to go and get a proper job?
I think that's still a possibility. I think that, yeah, I'm not out of the woods yet. Like, it's been 18 months, almost 2 years since the HCU, and I've managed to rebuild enough that I can pay the bills, but I'm nowhere near what it used to be back in the heyday. So, one update or something, and I'm back to square one. So yeah, definitely not out of the woods. I'm just still trying to figure it out.
Precarious, yeah.
Yeah,
and I guess you don't have too much extra cash to invest or anything like that to build something else up on the side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
stick it all into crypto or something more sensible. I don't know. Oh, well, that's really interesting. And And yeah, it does offer a bit of hope. So just going back to your faceless YouTube channel, why do you think that YouTube might, penalize it in the future? Do the videos not add that much value, or because I see people putting up videos that are just, pure AI, for example, and they seem to do pretty well. But do you think the people that are watching and engaging with your videos, do you think they get something out of them? Are they enjoying them, or is it just kind of just clickbaity videos and they get clicks, but they're not really delivering much value?
I do think they deliver a little bit of value, but a lot of the value arbitrage is kind of it. It just doesn't feel like a real. I'd rather run a real business, and the arbitrage is it's like use GPT to come up with a script. Send the script to my VAs. The VAs run it through 11 labs. The VAs create some B-roll for it, and they put it up online. And the product, even though it makes a little bit of money, I think each video makes me about $3 a month or something. It feels like a spammy way to make a living. I'd rather make a living actually genuinely helping people through the knowledge that I have.
Yeah. And just out of interest, what kind of view numbers do these videos get?
I think I'm averaging maybe anywhere between. Well, let's see. I've got about 700 videos, and I'm getting about 250,000 views a month. So I mean, I don't know what the maths is
on that.
Might be 300 views a month or something like that per video.
Grab my calculator. 750 videos and 250,000.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay, got the calculator here. About 300 videos, about 300 views per video.
Yeah.
So it's a volume thing.
Yeah, it's totally a volume thing. It feels like, even though I created the SOP to make it feel a little bit more upmarket, at the end of the day, it's just AI slop. And even though it's making me a bit of money, it's not really how I want to live my life. So
no.
I'm more interested in creating tutorials and courses for people. And
actually giving some value to people. Making
money.
Exactly. I think that is always a better way to go, for sure. But hey, if you can make a few bucks on the way, then fair enough. Why not? Well, thanks for joining me, and thanks for dropping on. It's really interesting to find out what you've been up to, and it's good to hear that things are working out. And I'm sure you will get to a point where you're a bit more comfortable and are feeling a bit more secure. Well,
yeah, for sure. So it's just a rebuild process, and it's going to take a couple of years.
Yeah. Good. All right. Yeah. Well, let's not leave it so long next time. And I'll speak to you soon.
All right. See you, Alex.
So my good friend Carl Broadbent is here to talk to me about what he's been up to. Carl, how's it going?
Very good, Alex. How are you?
I'm good. So a lot of people will know you. We've done a lot of stuff together in the past, and I'm sure a lot of people follow your YouTube channel. Let's just quickly talk about YouTube for a minute. You're not uploading as frequently as you used to.
No, I'm not. And I mean, it's basically because the space I was in with the niche website obviously changed dramatically. And I didn't really know what to say to people about it, as in, I didn't have a cure for what was going on for everybody's websites. I didn't really want to get into the whole theory and conspiracy theories. And so I didn't really just know. I didn't want to put content out there that wasn't helpful.
Yeah,
probably the wrong word to use with Google helpful content update, but do you know what I mean? I didn't want to go on there and pretend like I knew what I was doing and I could fix everybody's websites and try and give them a miracle cure. So it was very difficult to kind of do that. Plus, YouTube wasn't bringing in the revenue, and at the end of the day, I needed to find something that brought in money quickly because of all the updates. We all lost a lot of money with niche websites, and I needed to rectify that pretty quick. And yeah, YouTube just wasn't kind of going to do that for me.
Yeah, that's understandable. Well, let's talk about your websites, because you had quite a big portfolio at one point, and I know you were investing a lot of money into things like content and all that kind of stuff to try and, scale them up as quickly as you could. Yeah. And then obviously helpful content update and a few other Google updates came along and kind of wiped you out. And I think you tell me the story, but I think it got a little bit nerve-wracking at times in terms of, income, when your income just disappears almost overnight.
It certainly did. Yeah, I literally remember the date. It was September 2023 when the first core update hit. And it literally, I think because I had all my websites on one Google search console, I think it kind of found one and then just took them all down. Because of this, it's unhelpful content or it wasn't original. Well, there were. A lot of the websites on that search console were original. Some of them were handwritten, well-researched, good quality contents. And yeah, I had a couple of contents that the usual average niche website ones, but they all got took down. I think it found one and took them all down. So literally it was like turning off a tap. Literally the income stopped. And I just thought, right, okay, we need to wait on this. I was one of the people who said, let's just wait this out, see what happens, and we'll figure this out. 6 months went on, 7 months on, 8 months, then it's like, okay, nobody's figuring this out.
And the money's drying up.
Yeah. I was lucky that I'd earned enough from my website to kind of stash a little bit of cash to see me over. And I thought, I'll give myself 12 months and then we either figure this out or we turn to something new. And I give it 12 months and the money dried up. It still wasn't coming through, and I tried everything, tried re-editing the content and things wasn't indexing and nothing was ranking, nothing was paying. It's difficult to spend 7 hours on a day writing content that just, number one, might not get indexed, number two, might not rank, number three, might not bring in any money. It was just weeks were going by of wasting time and not making money from it. It's like, how long do you keep doing that for?
Well, eventually you have to stop because you got bills to pay, haven't you?
You do, 100%. Yeah, this is. Well, for me, it wasn't a part-time thing; it was a full-time income. So, yeah, that money had to start coming in from somewhere else, and pretty sharpish.
Yeah. So, did you? I mean, what did you think at that point? Did you think about going to get a 9 to 5 again, or what happened?
Yeah, 100%. I was well within the. Literally, we are talking kind of days. I'd started something else and it was building up, but the money had gone, and it was a kind of, the wife was saying, what's going to happen? You need to make a decision soon. I'm like, just give it another week, and pushing it. Slowly, my income started coming up from a new project, and it started to level off a bit. And I got to a point where, okay, I'm treading water, but we're all right here. I can see some signs. And yeah, I definitely got to a point where I considered taking jobs. And to be honest, I think if the right job had come along, I did get offered a couple of jobs filming for big YouTubers. So I had a couple of them reach out to me and say, would you like to come and join our team and be one of the cameramen and the editors for big YouTube channels? So that I was almost going to do that. But it just meant a long time away from home, traveling, which is great. But when you got family and all that kind of stuff, you don't really want to do that too much. Yeah.
Okay. But I think there is a fairly happy ending to this story, because you did put a lot of effort into some new projects, and I think you're starting to bear fruit from those projects now. Can you tell us what you're up to now?
Yeah, sure. So the two things with websites happened. You had your Google Core update, which literally took away all your traffic overnight. And then you had the AI came out. And for written content, that was the killer, because anybody can create the content we was creating. Yeah.
And people are getting answers now directly from AI anyway.
Exactly. So if we hadn't had the Core update that wiped out the traffic, I think it'd have been a slower and easier decline, because we'd have still had, hundreds of thousands of visitors per month to the website. And that would have slowly gone as people started using AI search engines. So I think it'd have been an easier, but because the Core update switched off the traffic, it was brutal. So I looked and thought, how can I future-proof this? What can I do that AI can't really copy? And I just thought, it's video content, whether that be video for product reviews, whether it be videos for brands, whether it be social media. For me, it just was video, because I enjoy video. I like editing. I enjoy filming. I find it so much easier than writing written content. So I moved into videos, and I looked at, first of all, the Amazon Influencer Program, which I was a little bit late to the party. I think by the time I got into it, I caught the back end of it. But yeah, I think I kind of got in there just at the right time, enough to make some money, which, like I say, made me tread water. And then I could actually carry on with this, I want to call it a side hustle, but it was another way of making money, which was video content. So, and I thought video content can't be copied as much. I know
No,
there's now.
it's always unique because it's based, especially if you're using your face, which I think you are in your videos. You're not doing faceless videos. You're actually putting yourself and your personality into those videos. So yeah, they're completely unique.
Yeah, so I did the Amazon Influencer Program doing product reviews. It did great, it took off fairly quick. You know, I mean, within a space of, I'd say 3 months, I was kind of, you know, making a couple of thousand a month from it. And I was like, okay, that's enough income for me to, you know, think seriously about pushing that or moving somewhere else. And then I just thought, well, wait a minute, I've got this video content for Amazon. Can I use this video content anywhere else? And then I fell onto TikTok. And I know me and you had some conversations, and it was like half the world hates it, half the world loves it. And I just thought, do you know what? I thought, do you know what? Let's just have a dive into it and see what it's all about. I thought the same as probably every British man. It's about dancing cats and young girls in the street doing viral dances. And it's not. It's one of the biggest e-commerce platforms that there is now. I mean, the e-commerce side of it is crazy. It's booming like mad. Brands are getting involved. You've got Shark, you've got Ninja, you've got Nike, you've got Reebok. They're all heavily, all heavily investing in TikTok for their e-commerce. So, yeah, luckily I fell into that.
You create content around other people's products at the moment, right? So you get hold of a product and then you play around with it, maybe do a little review, show it off on TikTok, and that enables you to earn affiliate commissions on that product?
Yeah, it's exactly like every affiliate program we ever do, really, you know what I mean? But you get your physical hands on the product, you test it, you do it. It's not so much, it's totally different to kind of Amazon and YouTube product reviews. You can't just go like, you know, hey, you know, these glasses are really good. They come in all different sizes. You've got to be a little bit more creative with your editing. You know, it's all about editing, and I love that. I love learning new skills.
Yeah.
So
you've got to grab people's attention on TikTok because they're just doom scrolling through hundreds of videos.
100%. It's that hook. There's a visual hook. There's a text hook. So your first 2 seconds, you've got to do a visual hook. You've got to do a text hook. Don't show that. There's loads of honestly. Yeah, I could go into this for days about it, but yeah, I'm learning it. But it's grown super fast. I mean, it's the fastest affiliate thing I've ever done. I mean, for income wise, it's just nuts.
Yeah,
you know,
so
I mean,
how long have you been posting on TikTok?
Only about 60 days now, I think.
60 days, so nearly 3 months.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, let's say 2 to 3 months. I think the first month I didn't really do much, but second month I really pushed it, and I made something like £2,500 to £3,000 in literally, let's say month one. The first real month I did it was like $3,000, and I'm like,
and how much content were you putting up? How many videos?
Oh, not many at all. Just like when sometimes you can go anything from like 5 videos a day to 20 or something like that, but it's
20 videos a day.
Yeah, but it's Alex, they're so short, it's ridiculous, because what you're doing is a lot of it you're answering questions to your video. So you'll post a video and somebody will ask you a question, but you can reply with a video reply. So it might just be somebody saying, you know, does this golf bag, you know, weighs too much? So you just click reply, you make a video reply, and you say, you know, somebody's asked me about the weight of this golf bag. Let me show you. You put it on a weighing scale and you go, there you go, man. That's how much it weighs. That's another video. It's literally 20 seconds. And if that video goes viral, it's just nuts. I mean,
so what kind of views do you get on these videos? What numbers?
You'll get anywhere from 200, which means it's dead. You post it, it does 200, it's done. It's not going to make out. It could take off in years to come, who knows? But you'll post it, and it either does great, or you wait 2 or 3 days, and you know it's a dead duck, and you just do another one. But I post around 5 a day. That's all. I do 5 a day, and it's that consistency. So if you do 5 a day, stick to 5 a day. If you do 20 a day, stick to 20 a day. I know one person, to give you an idea and just a little bit of inspiration for people, because this inspired me. A friend of mine, it's called Ruben. He's in the UK. He posted one video and it got 29 million views on it. And it was an affiliate product, and it capped out. There's a ceiling that like as much as you can make per video, and it capped out at £100,000
from one video.
Yeah, 30-second video.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's your best number, or you know, what kind of numbers are you hoping to get on a good video?
Yeah, so I mean, I've my best video is just short of 1 million views at the moment.
Okay.
My average it'll probably be 3,000-4,000 views a video, but the video replies get the most views. So if you reply to somebody's question from a video, it links the two videos together and it just pushes it, it goes crazy. There's a top tip. Anybody doing TikTok, just do video replies to questions and they go nuts. So yeah, I mean, like I say, I've got a lot of videos now that's over 500,000 views on quite a lot of videos.
Wow, that's
and
incredible.
my best video is about 45 seconds, and that's made me £5,000 so far in 30 days.
Wow. So let's talk about numbers if you want to.
Yeah.
What kind of money are you pulling in now in what is month 3?
Yeah, so yesterday was my best day. I went to play golf all day yesterday. I come back late at night and I looked at my earnings and I just shot £500 yesterday.
£500. And TikTok have been actually putting this money into your bank account?
Do you know what's good about it? There's no waiting. It's 15 days. So they send a product to the customer. They've got 15 days to return it, and then you get your commission. So literally, once you've been going 15 days, every day you can withdraw your balance. So literally every day I'm like, withdraw 200, withdraw 300, withdraw 200, withdraw 300.
Wow, and it's straight into your bank account.
Yeah, it's instant. It's honestly, it's been one of the. I'm not going to say the easiest platform, because I keep saying to my wife, look, I made £500 yesterday. That was easy. And she's like, yeah, but you've spent 60 days making videos every single day. And and my editing's got better. So it's a skill like anything. I'm not going to say it's easy money. It's a skill. It's repetitive. You know, you've got to be in it and living and breathing and, you know, doing it. But financially, it's been one of the fastest, because even Amazon is a little bit slow with the money. So slow to get your money, slow to rank the videos. You know, this is just kind of instant. And it's always like the lottery. You just never know when you log into your phone the next day whether you've had a viral video. You know, because my friend Ruben, that was his. He literally logged on late at night and he saw that his video was going crazy. And he just kept refreshing the money, the affiliate money. And it was like £1,000, £3,000, £8,000, £10,000. He said every time I refreshed my phone, there were thousands of pounds in it.
Wow, and that's quite a dopamine hit. Well,
Yeah,
I'm really pleased for you. Well, just one more question on this. I mean, I guess maybe we should arrange another video to talk about TikTok in a lot more detail, because it does sound very interesting and exciting. Is there a particular niche you're in TikTok, or do you just take any old product? Because I know you're into golf, so I guess you're doing a few golf products. But do you just do any old product?
Yeah, unfortunately, the golf niche isn't very big inside TikTok at the minute, because I wanted to do that. I know people have several channels where they'll niche down on a few things, you know, maybe cleaning products, maybe clothing. I'm just a general one, because I didn't want to, in the beginning, narrow myself into a niche, but it looks like I have done. If anybody checks me out, they'll probably see what that is, and it's so random. It's like, it's something I don't even really do or interested in, but I got a product sent and it just went crazy. So I think this channel is the channel that I've got. I think is going into a niche, but no, you don't need to. You can literally do anything. But it's like anything, the algorithm will pick up if you're in a certain niche and you stick to it. A friend of mine in the US does electric bikes and electric scooters. That's all he does, and he's making like 30,000-40,000 a month.
Well, they're quite high value items, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers are crazy. Yeah, I'm in a few TikTok affiliate groups now, and literally everybody, I'm not saying everybody, but let's say there's 100 people in this group, probably 50-60% of them are all making 10,000 plus per month. It's just, yeah, the numbers are crazy.
And okay, I've got one more question. The products, did you start by buying the products, or are people happy to send you them?
Yeah, and that's a really good question. When you first start, you can just buy your own products first of all, the first maybe 10. And every item you get, make 10 or 20 or 30 videos for that one item. And like I say, guys, we're talking super quick ones, 30 seconds, done, get over, move on, do another one. So yeah, buy your own products to get started. Then you can choose refundable samples. So in TikTok, it's basically a marketplace, you know, like Amazon. You see what you want. Oh, I could make some good videos of that. You buy it, and if you make one sale, you get your money back. So that's the next stage. And then once you start growing and making some sales, everybody on TikTok can see your analytics. They can see how many products you've sold and stuff in the back end. So then you'll get companies who'll start sending you products. Now I'm at the point where it's crazy. I mean, I'm turning down every day hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of items. Plus TikTok will send you a coupon, and you literally just go into the shopping marketplace and spend their coupon. And I got a coupon yesterday. They offered me £1,000 coupon.
Wow.
Yesterday.
So you've got tons of cool stuff all around the house.
Yeah, it's getting a bit crazy. So yeah, it's called Sample Hell. TikTokers call it Sample Hell because you just bog yourself down in it. So I've got to be careful and just limit and get the best
you just
product.
take like the charity shop or whatever, I don't know, sell it on eBay.
Yeah, you do. They don't want them back. They don't want. The best one I've had is a £500 robotic lawnmower. That one was pretty cool.
Wow, and you're keeping that?
Well, I did, but it was too big for my garden. It went up and down my garden once, and it was like done. I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, this is a great story. I'm really happy because, yeah, it was a roller coaster for you. And I know, yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking at times and money was tight, but it's good that you've turned it around. I think I might have to have a look at TikTok. It sounds like a lot of fun and obviously very lucrative. The story is inspiring and inspirational. And I just want to end with your thoughts on the future of making money online, because a lot of people did get hit by HCU, and they were trying to do niche websites and it didn't work out, and they ended up going to get a job and they kind of gave up on, trying to make money online. And that's very evident when you look at what's happened to all the YouTubers that were doing niche websites and just general, that people are just not really into it anymore. But it sounds like you've got a very positive outlook on it. What would you say to someone that maybe is still trying to escape their 9 to 5?
Yeah, I think the thing is, the people that were doing niche websites basically niche themselves down online. Niche website is not the only way to make money online.
No.
In fact, it's probably the smallest place to make money. You've got everything. E-commerce is just huge, and brand collaborations, and there's so many platforms where you can make money online. So just because you was in the niche website and it isn't working, or it hasn't worked for a while, don't think that's the only way to make money. You got to decide if you're going to stick down that lane. And there are some people still making money with niche websites. There are still people that didn't get hit, that found a way out of it. Maybe they've rebranded or changed. They've done something. So yeah, but you've just got to decide, is it time to get out and try something else? Because there's a ton of things to do online. A friend of mine's doing colouring books.
Wow.
Right? Crazy. So there's so many things you can do online. So yeah, you've just got to decide, are you sticking with it, or is it time to get out and try something new? Because there's a lot of exciting things out there. And I'm having a lot of fun with it as well. I think you've got to do something, try it. If it don't work, move on and find something that's fun, and have a bit of fun with it. And I think we got a bit too serious with the niche websites, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it became like a lot of work, a lot of grafting. You had a team, you had VAs, you had writers. Yeah, it became a bit of a headache in a way. And then there was always it was a complete gamble whether Google was going to favor your site and rank your content. Yeah,
it did. Like I say, yeah, it's sometimes it's a decision whether you want to carry on with something or move on to something else. I think that's a decision, and I think I made that decision probably about 6 or 7 months ago. I was like, I'm kind of done with niche websites. I'm not done necessarily with websites, but that type of content, answering general questions, what I mean? The rabbits eat lettuce.
Yeah. And we all know that content's dead, because I can ask ChatGPT that question and get an answer instantly.
Exactly.
So, well, thank you for joining me. And I'm definitely going to get you back on and we can talk about TikTok and in a bit more detail, because I'm sure a lot of people might be thinking, wow, that could be something I do.
Yeah, I'm certainly not an expert in it by any means.
Of course, you are dependent on another platform. TikTok has always had that slight risk, especially in the US, of being cancelled, and big companies, as we know with Amazon and Google and other companies, they can sometimes just change their mind. And you think you're doing well with an affiliate program, Ezoic, and suddenly they send you an email one morning and say, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. So I guess, enjoy it while you can. Invest that money well, keep hold of some of those products. But it sounds like a great way to earn a good amount of money in quite a short period of time.
Yeah, I'm in that mindset definitely of it's working now, right now, cash in on it. I'm well aware of that. I've so many things.
We've been burnt too many times before.
Yes, 100%. I've learnt my lesson. So, yeah, I'm going all in on this right now because it's working right now. It might not work in 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I am focusing, by the way, on UK. So I'm not touching US with TikTok because I think they will do crazy stuff with that. But the UK seems to love it. No, I think
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in government in the UK has even mentioned TikTok. So
No, I think you'll be all right. I mean, I say it might not be a government. It might just be that TikTok changed their mind at some point.
could be. Or gets bought out.
Yeah, it gets bought out, or they just decide, okay, yeah, we're paying them affiliates far too much. Let's turn that down. Which Amazon did once they got to a point where they thought they just didn't need affiliates anymore because it was easy for them. But yeah, make hay while the sun shines, as they say.
Exactly.
And enjoy. And yeah, thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much, Alex. It's been great talking to you.
All right, speak to you soon.
Bye.
Okay, so I've got Adrian from Hasta la Vista Boss. Thanks for joining me. How are you?
Excellent, Alex. I'm very good. Thanks very much. I'm in Barcelona at the moment, so it's nice and hot.
Yeah, it is hot in Spain at the moment. It's hot down here too. So yeah, I just wanted to have a quick catch up with you and basically find out what you've been up to, really. And we haven't heard from you for a while. You haven't uploaded to Hasta la Vista Boss for a long time. So yeah, what are you up to? What happened with your websites? All that stuff. Did you get wrecked by the helpful content update? Fill me in.
I think it was, if you remember from my previous videos on my YouTube channel, and I think I spoke about this with other people, I had my hands in different pots.
Yeah.
So I had my hands in the affiliate websites at the time, the YouTube channels, and also in real estate here in Spain. Yeah. So at one point, I remember that everybody was talking about this update that was happening at the time. Oh my goodness, my sites got wrecked and all that. It wasn't completely wrecked, my best site at the moment, but definitely I could see less revenue, less traffic to the site at the time, and but I could kind of see that coming, to be honest with you. With I could see it coming with all the ChatGPT going on for the last year previous that update, and how AI would affect how people search on Google and how people look for the information. I said, even though I couldn't feel it at the time, I said this is not gonna be good. I mean, yeah. I don't.
Because back then we did start using AI writers and things like that. Do you remember those, like Jasper?
Yes,
those tools. Yeah,
exactly. I remember how everybody was talking about the content creation with using AI at the time. But like I said, I could see it coming, and I could see, like 1 year before that, I said I didn't even know, of course, about this update. But then I said, I think this is gonna change how people look for the information. So I said my websites, even though let's say people would still go to the website. At the time, I remember they were giving a snippet of a few websites, if you remember, and they would take information from each website, and then they would say, if you want to learn more, click here, and that will take you to your website. But then I said, if you give the information to the people, which it was, I think is the right thing to do, to give the user the information as fast as you can. Then I think what's the point? They will not click to your website anymore. So if you either have an offer or if you had ads on your site, you would probably you're not gonna make money with that type of.
Did you get your sites up to any kind of decent level of income?
Not really, not to say hasta la vista, boss, just with the websites, to be honest. But I still, even now, I still receive a couple of $200, $300, depending on the month, and that's from the websites and from commissions from the Amazon affiliate. No, which one is it? I forgot. I always forget.
Yeah, Amazon affiliate. That would probably be it.
No, and the other one, the one that you make, the influencer program.
Influencer. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you putting videos straight onto Amazon?
Yes. I was putting videos straight. So let's say someone will call me and they would offer me a product. I will make videos for my own website. I will make the videos for the YouTube channel, for the website, and then I would use that content as well to update it, to upload the videos to Amazon Influencer Program.
Okay.
And those are still up. They're still making revenue. I mean, it's not like amazing, but every now and then it's nice to see. Hey, you have a few $200-$300 coming into your Wise account.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So, but during that time, you were starting to get into property, and I think is that your main thing now. You're not working anymore, are you?
No, I did end up saying
working for a boss.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, I did end up saying "Hasta la vista, boss" to the job. A little bit after that, when I don't think I mentioned this before, but what I ended up doing is, since I was buying properties for myself here in Spain, and I knew the process, I knew the legalities, I knew everything that there is about buying a property here, then I said, why not? Because people were asking me as well, Adrian, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? So I end up doing a service helping people buy property in Spain. So it came at a time that I would have to travel because I live in London. If you remember, I have to go every week or every 2 weeks to Spain because I needed to either visit properties or either we had a deed, so I go at the notary with the client, and then it became so much that I could not ask my boss every week, hey, can you let me go?
Yeah.
Can you let me go? Can you let me go? Because I mean, they cannot find the crane drivers easy like that. No, hey, Adrian, yeah, you can go, man, no problem. So it was bad for their business, of course, and I would understand. And that's when I said I can't carry on like this. So let's just say hasta la vista, boss. Thanks a lot for everything. And that's when I decided to go full time, and that's what I'm doing right now. Like last time we spoke, I was in Salou, Catalonia, and today I'm in Barcelona because I have another deed to sign on Monday with a client from Ireland. And then I'm going back to Valencia. Yeah, then I go back to Valencia. Someone buying property from Ireland, from London. And I think I'll be very soon in your area as well. I have someone in Almeria signing the deed in August.
I'm down near Malaga. I'm in Estepona.
Yeah, in Estepona. Yeah. I'll definitely want to catch up. Maybe.
Yeah, you should
in
definitely
person.
Next time you're down this way. Definitely give me a shout. We'll get a Kenya together or something.
100%.
Yeah, good. So okay, so that's working well, and you're busy and you're making money. You're not uploading to Hasta la Vista Boss anymore, that YouTube channel, but you are doing some other YouTube stuff as well, right?
I do, yes. And like I said, unfortunately, I don't have enough time to do all the things that I would like to do. But my wife and I, we have a YouTube channel in Portuguese because many of our clients speak Portuguese. They're Brazilians or they're Portuguese married with a U.S. citizen, a British, or any type of mixture. So we have many videos uploaded to that channel, and as soon as I can, I'm gonna start uploading to this version of the channel, which is in English. But it's just that I need to make the same video in 2 different languages, which is
so those
kind
videos
of
are about property and buying property and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's about what I do. Like, for example, when I was in Salou, I have this Insta 360 camera, and I just go around the city and make videos about the city, talk about the city, good locations, bad locations, locations where you should never buy, things like that. And then some clients, they're not very shy and they decide to share their story in terms of what made them invest in Spain, or simply like these guys, the latest guys from Ireland, they decided to move from Ireland to Spain. Probably they got fed up with the rain and all that.
Yeah.
So those type of videos. I mean, I do some documentation videos, like what do you need in order to buy a property. Things like that, yeah,
Oh,
related
good. That
to.
does sound good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you finally did say Hasta la Vista Boss, because you'd built quite a nice little community on YouTube and a lot of people were following along. So I'm sure everyone's going to be really interested to hear that you have got rid of the boss and you're working for yourself and it's going well. And yeah, well, thanks for joining me. And yeah, we definitely should catch up next time you're down this way in Spain.
I will definitely give you a shout. I think I'll be this year. I think I'll be a couple of times in your area with a few clients.
But do quite well around here. There's a lot of people buying property down here, and property prices are keep going up and up and up. Especially
that's one of the reasons.
Marbella and all those kind of places.
That's one of the reasons most people are kind of hurry up to buy now, because in 2, 3, 4, 5 years time, prices are going to be very similar to Ireland, very similar to the UK, where very expensive. Like it's stupid. Sometimes you pay here in Barcelona. Yeah, we're here in Barcelona now. Last time I was in Malaga, I was looking at a one bedroom property close to La Malagueta. It was like 1 point something like over $1 million. Yeah, over $1 million. So that's stupid. That's just one bedroom.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, well, I'll let you go. Thanks for finding time in your busy schedule to talk to me. And yeah, we'll catch up soon.
It was a pleasure. Thanks, everybody. And I'll make a video update, I hope, to the channel.
One thing before you go. To anyone that maybe did get wrecked and has given up on trying to make money online, do you think there's still hope to be able to make money online, or do you think people need to just get into property or some offline business?
I always thought my idea was always, Alex, since I started this, I had an idea that whatever I'm going to do online is going to be somehow connected to what I'm going to do offline. So if you want to make money online, that's perfect. I mean, I don't think it's as easy as it used to be. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And the type of content I was creating for my websites and my YouTube channel were like very hands-on. And I think that if you do that type of content, I think you're still gonna make money, because you're gonna end up being some kind of influencer, some kind of authority in that space. So that's what I was becoming, if you want to, where I was competing with YouTube channels. They had over 1 million subscribers, and they would compete with me, and they would know me. But thinking like a bigger vision, if now I'm using those skills that I had, that I've learned during all those years, to apply to my physical business.
Yeah.
You know, so if
making content about what you're doing offline and putting it online. And you think obviously written content is probably dead. It has to be video content.
I think so. I mean, at this point, I'm not even going on Google anymore. Like, I mean, and that's if I can imagine all these other users. I mean, you might have some older people going on Google, Yahoo, and all this, but most of us who want something quick and fast and all that, you probably have ChatGPT on your phone.
Yeah.
Just ask quick questions, pim. You have the answer straight away. So
it works better. And I'm still on YouTube watching videos, so
exactly. But videos still work, and if it's not YouTube, it's gonna be Instagram or TikTok. But video still works, and I'm sure. I mean, that's how we get most of our clients anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a very SEO, the YouTube channel and the website. People, I know doing keyword research. I know what people type looking for property, and they always say, "Wow, I didn't expect us. I put this on Google, and the first website was yours." Of course, they don't know that I was doing SEO before.
Yeah. So they
But
finding your videos on Google?
yes, that's it. They find my videos on Google. They find my videos on Instagram. So I think if you still want to make content and make videos and make money making content, website is just something for you to have as a pack if you want. You have YouTube channel, all these other social things, and of course that would be your online presence, which is great. And now I have a local presence as well. I'm on Google Maps as well. Okay. So all these things I've learned, of course, by doing all these SEO things, as you guys might remember from my past. But I think video still will work. Website content, like written content, I don't think. Not anymore. I think it's fairly dead, to be honest.
All right. Well, thank you. And hopefully that's inspired some people to start making some videos. All right. I'll see you later. Thanks very much.
Adios.
Okay, so here's Doug. How's it going?
Awesome. Thanks for inviting me. It's good to chat with you, man.
Yeah, it's good. So, we've just been chatting. I've told you what I'm up to. And I'm just interested to hear how things are going. I think you are still fairly active on your YouTube channel, right?
Yes. So one of the things that I have going is a streak of publishing my podcast. So really the YouTube channel evolved into just me publishing my podcast there and occasionally a video if I'm inspired. But I started the podcast, The Doug Show, in 2019. So I've been publishing every single week. And as the industry has changed over the last few years, I've kind of shifted what I was talking about. But to your point, I am still publishing regularly. And it is something that I'm weighing the pros and cons, what I want to get out of podcasting, if my needs of podcasting are fulfilled somewhere else. I have 2 shows, so I don't actually need to do 2 of them if I get fulfillment from the other one. So I am publishing regularly, but obviously I'm not talking about niche sites, no keyword research, nothing like we used to talk about.
So what kind of thing are you talking about?
Well, that's a struggle. I think mostly I'm talking about myself for about 30 to 45 minutes, but I am trying to put in really just topics that are related to what we were doing before. So I think you mentioned you saw a recent video and it was my business is failing, right?
That was the one, yeah.
It's clickbait, man. You know how it is. If you look at the other videos, you see the ones where I title it something non-sexy. Hardly anybody watches. There's a few dozen, which I appreciate all y'all out there that still watch and listen to the stories. But to that point, I am trying to talk about like online business where things are shifting. But from my perspective, I'm not in the weeds trying to do this. I'm not starting new sites. I'm not really trying to do anything so much new where before I was hungry. And 10 years ago in 2015, I lost my job. I needed to earn some money. I was a younger man then. Now I'm a little more tired and I have more of a cushion. So I'm literally just not as eager to test things and try it out. The other part is it's a sort of a sea of uncertainty out there where there are videos, there are creators saying, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. We've been around for a while, Alex. It doesn't pass the sniff test. A lot of times it's someone that maybe they tried something once and it kind of worked. And then they're like, all right, I'm going to do a course on it, or it's inside my membership. And I see that they don't actually know what they're talking about, nor is it potentially a business model that is sustaining. That said, I'm not going out trying to find the information. So the things I'm talking about are definitely from my current perspective now, which is not as relatable. I mean, I'm not on the same journey that I was before.
So what journey are you on in terms of, money and stuff. I know you were into investing and that kind of stuff. So is that what's your cushion is, as you say?
Yeah. So basically, I am in the financial independence, retire early community. So for the last, say, 5 years or so, that has sort of been a focus. My wife retired about 18 months ago, and she loves to be retired. I have distilled down the work that I'm doing to essentially recording podcast and preparing for podcast, which is kind of like this, where friends are chatting. I'm talking to people that I want to talk to about topics that I want to talk about. So it's really exactly what I want to work on. The other portion of it is, I had my affiliate sites over the years and roughly made about 50% of my income from that. Had a couple minor sales over the years and kind of lost interest. I have about a 5-year attention span, and then I kind of get bored and I want to do something else. So that actually worked out fairly well. I earn other income, the other 50% roughly, from course sales. So it was the classic, I'm teaching people how to build these sites, and everybody has their own spin. There were many courses out there. And I stopped promoting it in 2023 when it looked like, hey, the tides are changing out there. Let us see metaphors today, but the tides are changing. So I stopped selling that course altogether. And then about a little over a year ago, I sunset the course, or around a year ago, I sunset the course and closed access. This stuff doesn't work anymore. Some people still wanted some of the material in there. So if they did request it, I gave them, access to that material, and they could access it whenever they want. It's just like on a Google Drive that's easily shareable. But all that to say, I was shutting stuff down and doing less and less work, aiming for, a semi-retired life, which is what I basically have now. So again, hopefully I'm self-aware enough that I realize this is unrelatable for most people, but it's something that we worked towards for many years since we started our careers, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And at this point, maybe I'll get bored. There'll be a new sort of business model that seems interesting, but really over the last year or so, we've been traveling a decent amount, spending time at home, playing more music. I'm playing guitar a lot more, jamming with friends. So it's kind of like the semi-retired life that a lot of people are probably aiming for.
Yeah, well, I think that's most people's goal, isn't it? Most people's dream. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. And the podcast, do they generate much income, or are they just a bit of fun?
Not much. So this is the part that I'm struggling with, and perhaps you can give me some wisdom here. So with the Doug Show, initially it was the top end funnel for my courses, and that worked out fine.
Yeah,
it was great. And over time, some advertisers popped on, they've gone away. At this point, this is a hobby. It actually costs me money. And you know how it is, you're running a business. So people are like, podcast is cheap once you have the equipment. It's relatively cheap, but time is
there's a big
our
time
most
expense,
valuable thing. The other thing is just like admin stuff. So people don't think about this. We have like some hosting fees, a couple things like that. But you also have to file your taxes. So you have an accountant, maybe you have a bookkeeper. There's other software you're using. The software we're using right now, it's a few $100s a year. And there's probably like 4 other products at least that you and I use to produce our show. All of a sudden, I mean, when you look at those hidden costs, it's a few $100s per month probably to do a show. So you are paying if you're not earning any money. So that's the position I am with the Doug Show. So that's why I'm like, okay, am I getting more out of this where I would actually treat this as a hobby and I'll pay for it? So that's one aspect. No revenue for the Doug Show. The other show, Mile High Fi, it's actually fairly big. There's a lot of listeners. It's roughly 10 times as large as the Doug Show. So on an average show, it's probably, say, 6,000 downloads if you account for...
That sounds pretty good.
It's not bad, right? I mean, that's like thousands of people, probably 10,000 people per month, like checking in, not every episode, but on the ones they care about. So roughly that, downloads in YouTube. That one had a sponsor. It was only pulling in we'll say just under $1,000 per month. So enough to cover most costs and have a little bit for, buying stickers and t-shirts and giving them out, that kind of thing. So not really paying the bills, but enough where I'm like, there's some value. That sponsor left about a few weeks ago. So now I'm at a time where I'm like, okay, I actually don't want to have a sponsor. You know how it is working with a company, right? There's some back and forth.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we don't like how you said this, or recut the video or whatever. So I'm at a spot where I'm like, okay, it would be great to not have a sponsor, but also I need to have a reason to do this. And if it doesn't pay anything and it costs me $100 a month and several hours per episode, then my opportunity costs are very interesting, because I could do something else instead. I could literally take a nap or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or play guitar or something else. So what do you think? Do you have any, when is it time to pull the plug on stuff?
Well, I mean, when you're not enjoying it anymore, I guess that'd be my answer. If you're still enjoying it, then carry on. I would, but yeah, you obviously got to prioritize your time. And if there's something else you enjoy more, or there's just other things you got to do, then you got to make a decision, haven't you?
Yeah, and that is something I'll need to figure out. And in the past, like when I first started the podcast, it's novel. I was promoting something else. There was like sort of a clear path, and the fact that I've done this show for 6 years, like I've accomplished what I was trying to accomplish. And you know what? I mean, I could do whatever I want. I could keep it alive and publish whenever I want. And I actually know that would turn out to be like almost never.
Yeah.
Because the other show fulfills the social things that I want to do. But I do have this streak going on. And that's a silly
you don't want to
mindset thing. Yeah.
So how are you feeling, or what are your thoughts in general about the kind of whole making money online, building something up, getting out of your day job, aiming to retire at a fairly young age? You still feel optimistic about that, or do you just think with all the changes with Google and now with the advent of AI that, I mean, as you said, back in the day, it was easier, I'm sure, and there was a clearer process and pathway to follow in terms of, you do your niche website, you do your keyword research, you publish content, get your SEO right, and you keep doing that, follow the process. Ultimately, you should end up making some money with a view to sell the site and, make a nice amount. How do you feel in general, about the internet and about making money and about the opportunities that people have to be able to quit their job?
There's always opportunities out there. I think they're a little harder to find, and the blueprints are not as laid out. I mean, you and I did it for a few years, right? Like if you and I could figure it out, then there was a simple way to do it, and you could figure your way out of.
As long as you put the work in, you could probably do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's still out there. I think there might be more opportunities offline. And, if I was in the position that I was in 2015 now, where I'm like, okay, I need to make replacement income. I really want to do something. I would probably look more like in the local business area and, bring the skills that I have with organization and management and that sort of thing. And now marketing to be able to serve whatever community, right? Like,
so are you talking about consultancy or something like that?
Not even that. Actually, I would literally do like other work that people don't want to do. So it's fresh on the mind. I wouldn't do this one specifically, but it's like a dog poop pickup business. They're all around the neighborhood here. They drive around, they pick up the poop from your backyard, they haul it away. Not a glamorous job.
That's
not that many people want to do it. Yeah.
People at the point they don't want to pick up the dog poop.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
They have that much disposable income, they'll pay for someone to pick up the dog poop. Wow, that only in America I'm going to say that, because I've not heard about that anywhere else.
Yeah. There's like multiple of these businesses. So like, I guess it depends on the neighborhood you live in or whatever. But yeah, I see them around the block, and I'm like, wow, they're thriving apparently. But that aside, there could be house cleaning business where perhaps you cater to Airbnbs, or right, there's a million ideas.
That's a
where
big
it's just
business
like,
here, and with a lot of tourists here, and people have a lot of Airbnbs. They want to be changing sheets every couple of days. They don't want to be cleaning. They don't want to be replacing towels. So yeah, they outsource all that stuff.
right. So there's so many opportunities for that. And then, you have classic, window cleaning, lawn care, car washing. And
So yeah, and all these are AI proof, right?
right. And there's people doing these, but like if you're a little bit more organized and you show up on time and you provide like a higher level of service. And I'm not saying that I would be out there picking up the dog poop.
No, you'd find someone
I
to
have
do
my
that
own
for you,
dog.
manage it all, and
Yeah.
get the processes in
Right.
so that it's efficient and delivers a good service at a good price.
Yep. And it's all tough. Everything's hard, but to answer your question, there's opportunities out there. If I was, if I had to figure it out, I would probably look at some more like blue collar type work where it's just like, if you show up and you want to work hard, like you could probably figure it out. And if you're able to organize things, you're probably able to hire a team. Like that's a business right there, and you get money right away. Versus, the last few years when you and I were starting sites, it's like, yeah, you just need to work on this thing for about a year, and nothing's going to happen, by the way, for a whole effing year, right? But just trust us, it's probably going to work out. And it did for a long time. And then it was 18 months, and then it was 2 years. And then it's like, well, it might not work at all. And then AI started popping out, and there was a lot more competition too. So that said, I have done a few interviews with another sort of classic online print on demand. So it's like giftable print on demand. It's through Etsy, that sort of thing. And you could make mugs, and there's things you could do that you can basically not have very many skills. The tough part is as people are teaching these methods, it's like more competition, and that's going to saturate the market. And it always feels like you can't do it, but there's always new people starting a new podcast or a YouTube channel that spring up, and they just started and they're doing great. And I actually see this because if you look at my channel, you can see the views dwindle. And luckily I didn't derive much fulfillment from the metrics at all. So if 18 people versus 18,000 people watch the video, I really didn't care that much. But if you look at my metrics, you would wonder why I'm even doing this. But when I was looking at trying to figure out why I'm still doing the show, there's roughly, I would say, 1,000+ people that either watch or listen to the show on a monthly basis or so. And that's a lot. That's a decent number. And they've stuck around, and they've listened to my stories, and they're listening for a reason, which is not sharing like specific business knowledge. They're around because they want to follow along with my story. And I appreciate that. I follow people just the same way. So that's one reason why I'm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think that's still an optimistic message. It's just, people have to look in different places nowadays. And I'm sure there is still opportunity online. In fact, I know there is, because I've spoken to some people already that are still doing stuff online. So online, offline, there's opportunity everywhere. You just got to find it. And like before, it's going to be work. It's going to be hard work. And maybe it will pay quickly, or maybe it will take some time. But that's just life, I guess.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Of course.
So I was chatting with someone who works online yesterday, and they've been through the changes, they've shifted. But I've unsubscribed from most of the email lists that I was on. It seems like people have shifted, and then many of the influencers are like hawking other courses of their friends. I mean, it's again, classic thing that we've seen, but again, it doesn't pass the sniff test for me. So I unsubscribe from all of those. So I don't even know what kind of stuff is going on. But like, I would see people and they're like, oh yeah, this totally works. Just enroll in this course. And then it's the circle of promoting each other's stuff.
Yeah, get this course.
If you can't answer,
that kind of thing.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of BS out there, like more than there was, coming from people that were actually promoting decent stuff in the past. So if you can't comment, that's okay. But I am curious.
I think you might be talking about someone in particular, which I won't name. Yeah, I have seen that. I have seen people that built successful businesses back in the day, or, you know, a few years ago when it was maybe a little easier. And off the back of that, they're selling substandard courses or substandard tools just to make a quick buck. And they're then getting people they know through, you know, their YouTube or their Twitter or whatever to also push that stuff via affiliate or whatever. But yeah, does that stuff work? Generally not. I don't think there is a clear process or a wonderful tool that anyone can invest in that's going to, you know, fix everything and make them loads of money. Just don't think there is. And I think anyone kind of trying to shill that has to be careful, because it's going to damage their reputation in the long term.
Yeah. Great answer. I didn't have anyone in mind. So if anyone was thinking of someone,
we'll talk when we stop recording. I might give you a few.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
Good. Well, thank you for joining me. That's been really good. And you'll find a link to Doug's stuff in the description, so do go check it out. Go have a listen to his podcast and have a look at his channel. And he's still publishing for now, and you've got some good content on there. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck, Doug.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so I've got Jason here from the Affiliate School. That's right, isn't it?
It is the Affiliate School. It's not that active at the moment, but
let's talk about that, because the reason I'm obviously putting this video together is to get in touch with all the OG YouTubers, especially those that aren't posting anymore, and just kind of find out what you're up to, whether you've had to go back to your 9 to 5 or whether there is still opportunity to be had on the internet. So what are you up to? Let's first start with the Affiliate School, your YouTube channel. Are you still posting to it? I mean, I think there was a video you put up maybe a month ago, was it? I think that might be good.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's very kind of hit and miss. I'm not actively posting on a schedule in the sense of trying to grow the channel or anything like that. But if there's something worth talking about, I certainly will come on and do that. But yeah, it's I've got so many different things going on now. So to be honest, when I was running the Affiliate School, I pretty much had 2 projects, and that was client work and affiliate. Now I've kind of gone in multiple directions. So time is just really, really tight. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. And then obviously the game has completely changed, which I'm sure we'll come on to and chat about.
It's not worth posting to it. Was it never really a big return on investment, that channel?
No, not particularly. And that was not really the reason behind me running it. I never really promoted my own SEO services or anything like that. I did put together a couple of small courses or communities. But other than that, no, I never really wanted to make a huge, that wasn't the intention behind it. The intention behind it was just to share what was working for me at the time. And I think for a lot of people now that are new to the game, it's not an easy entry. The sense of, particularly in the sense of niche sites. I think there's still potentially a good opportunity when it comes to things like video, and we can talk about that a little bit. So particularly with creating YouTube channels, I think there's still a good opportunity for affiliate there. And I've got a channel that's doing okay in relation to that I've not put a huge amount of time and effort into. Probably already made a lot more than Affiliate School ever did, and I put a lot more effort into that. So yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. So what's this new YouTube channel? Is it?
It's not one that I'm really publicly discussing. It's it's attached to one of my affiliate sites that it was an age domain site. It was one that I did the case study with. I think I went on Niche Pursuits and a few others and talked about it. And that site is probably the one that is clinging on. So it got hit pretty heavy for a lot of the bigger terms. Review terms, it always maintained its positions and still generates decent money, not like it did at its peak. But I created the YouTube channel to support that. And I think that is probably the one thing that has helped it to kind of stay within the SERPs for semi-competitive terms. And actually that YouTube channel now makes good money. It got monetized, and then it got demonetized because it was attached to an AdSense account that Google just suspended. So it doesn't make any ad revenue, but it does make affiliate revenue every month. So there was one video in particular that it's got a lot of search volume. So that does really well. I think it's got about 60,000 views, and that video alone makes about $150 a month. So that's just off one video. And obviously it was probably 2 hours of work. So in terms of that, there's definitely still opportunity there, but obviously you can't. What I was doing before was creating a lot of sites, working on 13, 14, 15 different sites. And I don't think it's possible to just churn them out now and do that kind of low effort. Obviously AI helps, but yeah, it's a different game in terms of the websites.
It's more about what quality over quantity, I guess.
I think so. So, and just on the back of that, we've got a travel blog that is kind of in the old school niche site mold, and that's doing really well. So that was a slow burn project.
Getting plenty of search traffic.
Yeah, we're getting loads. We're getting so about 6 months ago, it was getting about 100 hits a day. Now it's getting about 1,000 hits a day.
Wow.
And we're getting daily commissions from Booking.com, Expedia, and so on. Okay. Again, I'm struggling to get it onto an ad network for some reason. It just will not get accepted. But we're ranking for stuff that we probably shouldn't be ranking for. So in terms of how powerful the site is, it's not got many backlinks. It's not really got authority in that sense. But we have focused on quality. And it's been a very slow burn project. Now we're ramping that up. So we've got processes in place. We're using AI a little bit more. We're about to start a YouTube channel for that as well. So I think that will be another a nice one. But that was really just a small project for my wife to work on. And it's now become a bigger thing just because but that's very much in the old niche site mold. So yes, I'm not actively starting new projects, but we're just kind of keeping those old ones alive as much as we can. And then that one was a very, very slow burn that has now started to really kick on.
Wow, that's good to hear. It's good to hear. But so what happened to the other 12, 13 sites that you had? Did you just
still got them?
Abandoned them, but you've still got them being
operated? Yeah. So, I mean, at the moment, we're at the time of recording, the core update's still running, and this core update seems to be one that's shown a little bit of a lifeline to those old sites. So out of those sites, there's 3 sites there out of the 13 that I've not touched at all in those kind of 18 months, and they've all shown signs of revival, like going from, because I still track the keywords, so you see it. I don't know why I still track some of them, but I do. And suddenly you go from 100 plus, because it doesn't track anything over 100, and then it'll go to position 7. So wow, this is crazy, and there's no change. There's just obviously just an algorithm change. So yeah, I've still got them. They still make a trickle of income, but nothing major compared to what they did. But there's 2 or 3 sites, like I say, that still generate decent money. And
that's decent. So in general, you're still living quite comfortably off internet money.
Yeah, it's still good. Certainly not gone back to the day job. I've also started doing a lot more e-commerce work now. So obviously I do have the Rise Online brand where we do digital marketing, and we're working now more with a lot more with e-commerce clients. We're taking on revenue share deals as well, as long as those potential clients hit certain criteria and they're happy for us to do that. And then we will. And that's working really well. So we've just taken a brand that when we started with them, we started with them from scratch, but when we started the revenue share deal, they were doing about 20K a month. And this month they're going to hit the 100 plus per month and that's PPC and SEO traffic primarily, but it's all encompassing. So we're not just focusing on SEO now. But the nice thing with e-commerce is that doesn't seem as affected by AI mode and AI overviews. You can still get those positions. And then off the back of that, I've also started my own e-commerce brand, which is called Ritual and Flow. And this is a product. This was our first product here, Matcha Flow. So it's quite nice to actually have something physical, because until this, everything I did was virtual. There was no tangibility to anything. It was, all just, like you say, internet money, whereas that feel a little bit more real.
Yeah. Let's just talk about e-commerce very quickly. And so in terms of setting up an e-commerce site and, getting products and logistics and delivery, customer service, how are you managing all that?
Yeah, so with this one, with Ritual and Flow, it was the product. We obviously started with an idea. We then went out to tried to find a manufacturer for it. Found one in Yorkshire, and yeah, we went for the taste. We did a day tasting. If you've watched The Apprentice, it's a little bit like that when they go and do that, and they give you all the things to try. And we came up with the formula, and then obviously it's packaging, and that's all obviously brought in from other places, and then logistics. It was a guy I met at Chiang Mai SEO who I was an affiliate for, and he has his own brand, Super Green Tonic, and he basically put me in touch with his 3PL company in the UK, and they're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. So they take care of all that. So there's no actual logistics for me. It's just my job really is marketing, getting eyes on the site. And for that, we're using Meta. So a lot of Facebook, Instagram ads. We've done a little bit of Google ads, but that doesn't seem to give us quite the return that we want. And then we're also on Amazon as well. So Amazon really has been a bit of a game changer. Because it's getting good visibility. The key thing is it's a good tasting product. It does what it says. So our reviews are good. Our repeat custom's good. We've got people on subscription. Then we've got about 200 people on subscription at the moment. So that's obviously recurring revenue. And having people, when we start to realize what our lifetime value is for our customer, then we can, we know how much we can spend to acquire. So
on your ads, that's
that really helps. And we're about to launch product 2, which will be a nighttime drink. So this one's called Matcha Flow, and our second product's going to be Dream Flow, and then we can bundle them up. So that's your morning drink. Dream Flow is your nighttime drink. So
I don't think I've ever had a matcha.
You should definitely try one. They're all the rage at the moment. But
is that like a good alternative to a coffee in the morning or a tea?
Yeah, that's one of the angles that we play on is the coffee alternative. Yeah.
So do you not drink coffee anymore?
I never drank coffee anyway. I drank a lot of tea, but this is, matcha's green tea. But we've also got things like lion's mane mushroom, tremella mushroom, ashwagandha, B vitamins. So it's a whole kind of all-in-one wellness drink. It's good for focus, good for energy. And yeah, the idea is you have one of those a day, keeps you powered and kind of replaces the need for coffee. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. So let's just loop back around to the agency stuff that you're doing. So how are you finding clients for that? Is that just coming in word of mouth, or are you running ads on that too?
No ads. The majority of that is word of mouth. A lot of referrals, and that's kind of particularly because we're looking to move into these revenue share deals. We find that having that intro really helps in those regards, because a lot of that is going to be based on trust.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
It's important. But we're starting to look at doing a bit more outreach. We're going to be doing a bit more on LinkedIn from September, because really we want to kind of grow that. There was one point when the affiliate stuff was absolutely flying where I kind of almost tried to remove myself from the agency side, but actually coming back in, I'm quite enjoying it, and particularly e-commerce. I love that because there's no hiding place. You either get the revenue or you don't.
Yeah, it's fairly obvious. Yeah.
And the good thing with having full control over all marketing is that essentially we're basing ourselves on our MER figure, our marketing efficiency ratio. So whatever they spend, including our fees, goes, you divide that by the revenue, or you get the revenue and divide it by the cost, and you've got the figure. There's no
see what the return is on that.
Cross attribution, and Facebook's trying to claim something, Google Ads is trying to claim something, our SEO are trying to claim something. Ultimately, it's what's the overall spend and what's the revenue, and there's no hiding place with it. So I love e-com.
Okay, I'd love to drill in that a bit more detail, but we could be talking for hours about that. Like, for example, do the clients, they pay for their ad spend, I guess?
Yes, they do. Yeah. So they front those costs, and then we'll have a percentage commission on overall rev.
Okay. And so you mentioned you kind of took yourself out of that for a bit. So do you have a team on that project?
Yeah, so it's only a small team. There's me and 2 others, and that's it at the moment. We potentially will be looking to grow that probably Q4 this year, if not Q1 next year. But at the moment, it works well. I would never want to grow it huge because it's the stress and the risk, and at the moment we can be very agile in what we do, and I like it like that. I don't want to grow to like a team of 50 or anything like that.
No. Oh, it reminds me of back in the day when I had an agency doing Google ads for people, and we were just nimble and just there were 6 of us in the end, and just working off laptops out of a membership club in London. Are all your people UK based, or are you kind of?
Yeah, we're all UK based, and they all work from home, so it's remote. Yeah.
And in terms of meeting up with clients, you have to go to meetings and stuff, or are you doing that online too?
Yeah, occasionally. Most of it's online. We occasionally get out to clients. Particularly if we're supporting with video content or anything like that, we'll get out, we'll get on location and create some content, and then we've got a bank of content that we can use across the year. Then, but it is. I do like getting out and meeting them. It's always interesting because often, they're doing decent revenue and they're working out of a small unit on an industrial estate that no one's ever heard of. But it's good fun. So, but most of our meetings are obviously done like this.
Wow. Well, it sounds optimistic and it sounds promising. I mean, there was a lot of doom and gloom after the helpful content update, after the Google changes, after the death of niche websites. But you're the second person I've spoke to so far, and all the messages have been positive so far. I mean, I've got a few other people I want to speak to, so we'll see. But that's good. That's really good. And thank you for, sharing a bit of time with me today. Have you got anything else you want to add? Any messages for anyone in terms of people that might have just given up and
no, I think the only thing
the grind of a 9 to 5?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's so much. I still think there's so many things that you can get out and into. There's so many opportunities, and I've definitely been guilty of this, of trying to chase lots of different things. So, one thing we did was we started a local newsletter. Spent a year working on that, and it was a really good experience. It was really nice. It was good for the community. We got it up to 4,500 subscribers, but it took a lot of time away from other things. So, I think my one message to people would be: choose something that you feel you can get into, that you think there's a chance that it can be profitable, but probably try not to go for everything. You can't go for everything if you're going to do something well. So yeah, that
you need a bit of focus, right?
I think so. Yeah, you need a bit of matcha flow.
Yeah, to give you that focus. Perfect. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck with all your projects. It sounds like
thank you, Alex.
Need it. It sounds like you're killing it anyway. And of course, I'll put a link to Jason's channel below. He may or may not upload, but
I probably will.
It's worth a look anyway.
Cheers, mate.
See you later.
Thanks, Alex.
Hello, Shawna. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining me. So, yeah, I'm putting together a video just to find out where people are at, especially some of the old OG YouTubers. But I believe you're still kind of active in the game. You still regularly send out a email newsletter, and I think you're still regularly, posting on YouTube.
Yeah. I just did like a month-long road trip where I had every intention of keeping up with my weekly YouTube schedule. And I made it the first week, and then it just, all went to hell. So I'm 3 weeks behind right now. But yeah, my goal for this year is weekly videos. So yeah.
Okay. So in terms of, making money online, niche websites, all that kind of stuff, how is that all going for you? Because, a lot of people did get wrecked by the helpful content update, and then AI came along and, everything shifted, and a lot of people kind of tapped out, as it were. But how are you finding everything?
Yeah, I think I was in a slightly different situation than most people just because I had so many sites live at once. I think it was around 100 I had right before HCU hit.
100, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in a little bit of everything. So I still have sites that are bringing in money. Nothing like, the heydays of niche sites. I would say the average for me with niche sites right now is about $1,000 a month, if you look at it, for the whole year. But I think that's because I was always doing things like Pinterest. So even though the sites have all been decimated, in Google search results, they had this year's history built up of traffic from Pinterest. It's obviously not enough money that anyone can live on. But I think I'm probably slightly better off than most people were just with niche sites.
Well, that's pretty good, especially in 2025. So yeah, you must be topping that up with something else. What other things are you working on?
So right now, my main income driver is agency work. I've been doing agency work, for years. And just recently I kind of switched to focus just on local SEO. So I do that. And I recently launched Local Links Cupid, which is links just for local sites. We do a lot of white labeling for other agencies who do local SEO. Other than that, I'm doing things like directory sites. I'm also just having a lot of fun doing things like KDP books using AI. Nothing really serious that brings in like life-changing money or anything, but it's a lot of fun.
For those that don't know, including myself, what is a KDP book?
Oh, it's the Amazon program for uploading ebooks.
Oh, is that Kindle digital publisher?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, so what kind of things? Were you writing some like soppy romance novels, some thrillers? What is that?
I actually hired somebody to do some ghostwriting for romance novels for me back when hockey romances were big, because personally I hate romance.
Okay, that's niche.
Yeah, I hate romance. But that was a big niche at the time. And I did reasonably well. I didn't like put a bunch of money into it. But I find that nonfiction books are super easy to do with like even just ChatGPT. It does a really good job with it. Doesn't take a lot of editing. And, possibilities are limitless here. You can do everything from cookbooks to, like travel books, psychology books, anything like that.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that does sound fun. And in terms of local SEO, how's that going? How is it, managing clients, managing their expectations, and delivering some kind of KPIs to them? Are you finding that easier? Do you do that yourself, or do you have a team to help you with that?
Yeah, so I do have a small team. Local SEO is really easy though, because it's super easy to rank right now. So you could literally do it yourself. The main things you have to do are getting them to rank in Google Maps. That's where Local Links Cupid comes in, because we do links both to the site and to the map pack so that you rank higher there. Okay. The problem, of course, is a lot of small businesses don't have a ton of money to spend.
No.
So you have to how can I get them to rank, on a small budget and still make profit? So that's often the challenge. I also find a lot of them, they're not very professional, so they'll just kind of just ghost you for no reason. Okay. So it has its ups and downs, we'll say, but it's relatively easy to do. So.
And in terms of clients, are they local clients to you, or are you kind of nationwide on it, or? Do you just
it's all over.
I don't know. Or is it just clients that are in your town, or are you serving all cities and states and countries?
Yeah, they're all right now all in the United States. I do have some clients here in Vegas, just because I was like, I wonder what will happen if I look at people who are hiring SEOs locally, like for day job, type positions. And I just contact them and say, I can do this for you. I'm also local. We can meet in person, but you can save money.
Yeah, you don't actually need to employ someone full time. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's worked a few times for me. I've been making good money doing that too.
Okay. So you do actually sometimes have to go and meet these clients?
None of them have actually taken me up on it yet. Like I always tell them,
a quick Zoom call or something is fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. And of course, the beauty of things like SEO and that kind of agency work is they pay you a monthly retainer, right?
Right. Yeah. Like I don't require any contracts because honestly, I don't want to have to deal with enforcing a contract. So everything is a month to month, but on average, we're looking at about 6 months that somebody stays with me. The problem, of course, with local SEO is it is so easy to rank. So you kind of have to limit yourself in terms of how can I keep this person paying me. Yeah.
Otherwise, you get them ranked in a month or two, and then they're like, okay, we don't need to pay them anymore. See you later.
Exactly.
Okay, that sounds good. And you say it's not very competitive in terms of it's easy to rank. Is that for all types of small business? Because I'd imagine trying to rank number one for accountant in New York, for example, might be quite tricky.
Right. Yeah. So the smaller the city, obviously, the easier it's going to be, and the less competitive the industry is going to be easier. So, it's going to be easier. Like I've had a lot of success with real estate investors. So people who are we buy houses for cash people. Okay. They are a lot easier to rank than, say, a roofer.
Oh, really? So, and they've probably got more money, have they?
Yes. But basically, if you're getting into this, what you're looking for is what is the value of a lead for your client? Yeah. The higher that number, the more you can charge them because you're more valuable to them.
Yeah, because they're going to be really happy if they just get one or two, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good business model. So, well, I'm pleased you're still in the game. You haven't had to go back to a 9 to 5 or anything like that.
Right.
Or has that been a thing? But I don't think it has been for you. I think you've been okay, right?
Yeah. I haven't had a quote real job since 2008. So
yeah, I think that's about how long I've been out of a real job. So that makes us probably unemployable by now, I'd have thought.
Exactly. Yeah.
No one's going to want a gap that big in a CV.
Yeah.
Good. Well, it's been good to catch up with you. Thanks for jumping on. If you've got anything you want me to share with anyone, just say it now, or let me know, and I'll put some links below this video. Is there anything you want to share?
Oh, yeah, I'm on YouTube. It's just under my name, Shawna Newman. And I also have a newsletter, which you can find the link on my YouTube channel.
Perfect. Well, you've got the whole day ahead of you, because I think the time difference here is quite big. It's nearly 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Enjoy your day. I hope it's not too hot in Vegas.
Oh, it is, but I'm in the air conditioning.
Yeah. I spoke to Ron the other day, and he said he doesn't leave the house.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So, well, it's hot here in Spain, but I don't think quite, middle of the desert sort of hot that you
right.
There.
Yeah.
I'm glad everything's going well, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, sounds good.
So here's Ron, the 1 hour professor. I'm sure you remember him. How's it going? Obviously, it's hot over there in Vegas, but let's not talk about the weather. Yes. Let's talk about what you're up to business-wise, because the last thing I remember was that you were doing a new YouTube channel, possibly a TikTok as well, with your wife, where you were getting some crazy products from Temu and places like that and making videos. Is that still a thing?
No.
No.
So yeah, I've had to pivot a lot. So honestly, since most people have watched anything on me, I've had 2 children. So that obviously threw a big wrench into everything. And basically we had to stop the channel. It was the Review Family is what we called it.
Yeah.
It was actually
great thumbnails.
Yeah,
great thumbnails. It's still up on YouTube,
it was
right?
Going,
if you want to go check it out.
I think so. Yes. Except I think that we changed the channel name to Talita and Ron now, because we started doing short
I'll
videos.
Find it. I'll put a link below. I'll find it. I'll put a link below. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's a whole different story. But we were doing that, but then we had 2 kids, and the time for both of us to record in addition to everything else we were doing was impossible. It's just not something we could do with 2 kids, because we don't have people all the time at the house helping us. So my wife has shifted full-time into her social media stuff. I myself shifted basically now. So I was doing quite a bit of the Amazon influencer there for a little bit. That actually did pretty well for a little while. I was doing pretty well with it. And then basically the Amazon influencer program, they started getting flooded with a ton of applications and things like that. And the writing was kind of on the wall. I figured that would eventually kind of, not be as lucrative, which it turns out I was right.
Amazon, they've done it before with the affiliate program. Slowly reduce commissions and start making it more difficult and all that.
Yep. So we've lived through that. So knowing how they are, I thought, okay, well, this has been good for a little while. So ended up shifting. Now I'm actually doing, my real focus is 2 YouTube channels. That's all I'm focused on mostly. I still do a few things with Amazon and that here and there, but 2 YouTube channels. So it was formerly called Robo Finance. I had to rebrand, and it is called, the main channel is AI Investing Insights.
Okay.
That's the name of the channel.
I'll put a link to that below. Yeah.
Yes, appreciate that. So what it is basically I really like finance. After I sold off my sites, I had to learn how to keep my money and invest my money way more than I had to in the past. So I really dove into it. I enjoyed it. And then I thought, I'm curious how good AI is at this investing stuff. And I ended up basically creating a channel with AI kind of helping me guide decisions. And I actually did a experiment where I gave it $5,000 and let it invest everything. And it's actually beating the market and myself in my own picks.
Wow.
So yeah,
so AI
that's been really
can invest
interesting
for you. I've seen these ads where people have this bot and you can see the money ticking up. So you're happy to, did you give the AI any more money after that? Are you confident now that AI can invest better than a human?
Yeah, so I did it a little bit different. So I know that they have those robo investors, the fully robo investors. I didn't go that route, mainly because I just didn't want to sign up with that. What I did is I prompted ChatGPT and I used Perplexity to really analyze everything. Yeah. And after I analyzed it, then I basically said, okay, here's what you have. You have $5,000, choose the best ones. And that's how I did it. So I didn't use one of those full robo investing programs that you were referring to.
That might be a video idea.
Yeah. I mean, there's a million ideas in investing, a million of them. But anyway, so I did that and it's just beating my pick. So it's not that traditional robo investing full on. It's a mix of ChatGPT, a lot of prompts, some deep research, things like that. but I am letting it do everything that it wants. It already rebalanced the portfolio once. I'm just updating it every month and uploading a screenshot and saying, here's what you're doing, here's how it's going, what do we do next, and letting it make all the decisions. So it's been really interesting, actually, just to watch that. But yeah, and it bought Robinhood. That's the one that is just absolutely crushing it, is Robinhood. And it bought it. It recognized the sign early. So it's pretty crazy. It really is.
Well, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. And I guess either way, if it loses all your money or if it makes you some money, that's still good content, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And that was, I was willing to take the gamble with $5,000, but I think so far it's up like $1,700 or something. It's
wow.
Crazy how well it's crazy. But it also bought obviously the market took a dip and it bought at the right time, things like that. So I'm doing that.
It also tells you when you obviously need to sell, or are you just kind of going to hold these investments, or is there some kind of exit strategy, a sell point or something?
So what I said to it was, hey, do 1 year of the investments, just do 1 full year. And once a month, I upload the data about what's happening. And then it will rebalance or sell or buy or whatever once a month. That's the rules behind the whole thing. But yeah, it's been going really well.
And you're just playing with stocks and the stock market. You're not dabbling with crypto or anything like that?
I do crypto myself. I'm doing some stuff related to crypto on the channel, but not a significant amount of crypto stuff, just because my audience tends to lead more towards the stock market.
More the traditional stuff.
So,
yeah, that's fair enough. Although right now crypto's having a little spurt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been well. Now this was crypto week in the U.S. They're trying to regulate things and do a lot of things. So
is that why?
I pay a lot of attention to that. Yes, I pay a lot of attention to that. So a lot of things are going well there. I'm a believer in crypto. I've had Bitcoin for some time, so that's going pretty well now. But yeah, so working on that. And then the other thing that I have is actually the 1 Hour Professor channel.
You're still going? You're still uploading to that?
Yes, I started again. So I've shifted it. Instead of focusing just on online business, I decided to focus on small business and just helping people with small business things. So It's mostly been right now. It's been lukewarm, the success so far. It hasn't gone incredibly well, but I'm really diving in and trying hard. And what I'm usually doing is talking about like email marketing strategies for every type of business out there. So pool cleaners, nail salons, things like that. I'm doing software roundups, software comparisons, just trying a lot of things right now to see what actually works. But it's starting to show some promise.
And you had an email list with that as well, right?
I don't right now, no. I still have an old email list. I still have an email list from when 1 Hour Professor was all focused on online business stuff. Okay. But it's not really relevant anymore. It's not the same. I've shifted it completely away from that.
So obviously back in the old days, you had a number of sites that were very lucrative, and you've sold all of those. I think you were even going to try and sell 1 Hour Professor at one point, right?
Yes. So I was going to sell 1 Hour Professor. I never got an offer that I felt was high enough for what it was worth. I was one of the very lucky ones. I remember, if you remember this, me and Doug had talked a long time when that AI started to come out. Yeah. And I was super paranoid and nervous about it. And
you were like, I'm getting out. It's all going to go wrong. We've got to get out.
Yes. I was very nervous about it. And thank God I was, because I was one of the lucky ones. I sold, I want to say 80-90% of what I had at that point. So I got it. Not at the peak, but before it really started to go down.
That was when you were getting good multipliers, like 25, 30, 35x.
Yep. And I was just very paranoid about it, and thank God I was. So I sold all that off, and then that was the whole thing that opened up the world of finance more for me.
Yeah, you got a chunk of money and you wanted to do something with it, yeah.
Exactly, and I had to figure, and I already had, I was already investing, and I've been doing that for years, but it was a situation where I had to do a lot more of it and learn a lot more of it, and that's what I did. So at that point, I did that, and then, like I said, I used AI to help me think of some things, and I was like, I should make a YouTube out of this, and here we are now.
Combine the two trending things at the moment, because finance and investing is definitely a big area of interest for a lot of people at the moment, and AI obviously is a huge trend at the moment. Yeah, that's a good shout. So what happened to those sites now? Do you know? Have they bombed, or you know? How are the new owners getting on with them?
Yeah, I don't pay too much attention to them, to be completely honest with you. I assume, like most sites, they've probably been hit by everything going on, because it's not just an algorithm change, it's the whole interface kind of changed with Google. So I assume they've been hit. I honestly haven't. I don't know the last time I checked. It's been months.
You're not in touch with the buyers or anything? You just kind of took the money and left them to it?
Yeah. I mean, obviously I helped with the transition at the time, but project on, project done, not my problem anymore. It's up to them. There is one guy that I talked to who bought one of my bigger sites. I still talk to him here and there, but he's never blamed me or anything. It's not like that. I think it's just a matter of circumstance, right?
Yeah. It's just like anything, you buy an investment like a website, and if you get the timing wrong, then you can lose a lot of money. But if you get the timing right, you can make a lot of money, can't you? So that's just how it goes when you're investing in anything, as you well know. Okay, well, that's a good story. So yeah, money's okay. You're still living the dream in terms of you've got plenty of time to spend with your new family and everything like that. Or are you working 8 hours a day on your new projects?
So I actually wish I could work 6 hours a day on my projects. I wish I could. So my wife and I both work from home. Money's been okay. The hardest thing with me, it's such a weird situation. So our retirement is funded in the sense that I don't have to really worry about retirement so long as compounding interest does what it does, right? We should be totally fine in retirement.
From your previous
But the month to month.
Yeah.
Yes. But the month to month was something that we had to build from basically not zero, but very low. It was obviously much lower than it was. So that has been a very frustrating struggle because websites were easy money. And I had to really adjust a lot of things with that. So we're still working to build that up.
Just for your cash flow. So it got a bit tight sometimes.
Oh yeah. No, it's been month to month. Luckily we haven't had to dip into savings or anything like that. But it had been month to month for a while. We're starting to see an uptick in some things. And my wife has been really a rock star in the whole thing because she started to make some more with social media. She's got now like 3.5 million followers in Brazil again.
Wow.
And we're actually going to be launching a pajama brand in Brazil. So we're going to be going into e-commerce. Yeah, I'm going into e-commerce. That's going to be really interesting to learn more about that. But yeah, we're working on that right now at present. She's got some employees in Brazil. So she's been a rock star and helping in that. She helped a little bit. Usually it was just me. But things are definitely starting to look up. Finally, I'm starting to get some real momentum going the other way. So
if we can we just touch on the channel that you did with her? Because I really enjoyed those videos where you were reviewing products. And obviously maybe kids came along and you didn't have the time to do it. Did you, or do you think that channel had legs if you were able to give it more content and more time?
1,000%, without any doubt in my mind, that channel would have gotten pretty big. I don't know how big, hundreds of thousands for sure, I would think, for sure.
Yeah, I'd have thought so. So you two had a great chemistry, and they were well edited and they were good to watch. So that's what it's all about, really. But I guess
but yeah, unfortunately the timing, man. Yeah, it was all timing. I mean, and that's the thing is I was working on my side project. She was working on her side projects. Putting that time together to do that just wasn't possible. And I think that it was too much. It would have taken probably a year or two to where we would have made anything decent from that channel as well. Like monetarily. How are you going to
monetize it? Right? Through product placement or sponsor content? Or
so ads were going to be a big part of it, obviously. We were hoping to do more affiliate, but that wasn't working out in the small stuff that I tested. So it was hopefully just going to be display ads and affiliate. But it was, when we looked at it, the amount of time and the other things that we were doing, it was kind of like, this could work, this path could work and could do well, but we need money now and we need things to focus now. So let's shift into the other things that we're doing. So we just focus there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Do you think you'll ever return to it?
No, and it's not because we actually enjoyed it. It was actually fun to do. It looked fun. Yeah, it legitimately was. That camera stuff was real. The problem is just how long it would take, how much money it would eventually make compared to other things that we're doing. It just didn't really make sense to focus on it. And she's with her YouTube, not her YouTube, her social media now. She's doing really, really, really well. She's getting all these contracts and sponsorships. And then me, I'm starting from the bottom but building things up too. It's just going to be more lucrative doing what we're doing, so we have to do that.
You've got to focus on what gives you a good return on your time, because especially when you've got young children, your time is the most precious thing you've got. So you've got to invest it wisely in something that's going to give you a good return. All right, well, thanks for sharing your stories with me. Just before you go, one last thing I want to ask you. Obviously, a lot of people were hit by the Google Helpful Content update, by AI, by just the shift in everything. 10 years ago, it was quite easy. You follow the blueprint for a niche website and you can make some money. And a lot of people kind of dropped out of the game. They lost enthusiasm for, trying to make money online, for trying to get out of the 9 to 5, for trying to, bring some freedom into their life by freeing up more time. It sounds like you're optimistic. And what would you say to people that are still, stuck and maybe looking for a way out of their 9 to 5 and maybe a disillusioned by the making money online kind of thing?
Yeah. First, I get it. I'll look right into the camera as I say that. I understand the frustration that they're dealing with. It's brutal. But at the end of the day, myself included, we were all building on rented land. And Google, they were in charge of it. They made the rules. They adjusted it. So if you really want to be an entrepreneur and you're a true entrepreneur, you got to shift into something else and find something else. There's still plenty of things out there. Websites can still work if you're willing to get traffic from social media, right? It's just a shift in traffic acquisition. That's all it really is. I just didn't want to rely on those algorithms anymore, and I was really burnt out from it, and I just decided to jump. But it's definitely not over. It's definitely still possible. You just have to think different. And my biggest thing now, anything that I'm working on, I think, can AI do this in the future? Yeah. That's like anything I work on is, can AI do this? And AI can do YouTube, but it can't replicate me because I'm my own trademark. So, you can't do that. So it can't make me. It can't, because that's just going to be hopefully illegal. Hopefully Google doesn't come and scrape my data and then create videos of me and never pay me for it. But that's a whole different discussion. So it can still happen. Don't lose hope. Maybe shift what you're doing, but it can still happen. It's just, you got to look in other ways. And I feel like the content with Google thing that we were all doing that was working really well, in my opinion, that's pretty much dead. But that doesn't mean websites are dead. It doesn't mean anything.
Just got to find a different angle, yeah. And certainly, I don't think YouTube and human-created content, I think that's going to be around for a while. I think that'll actually become even more valuable when everything is full of AI-generated muck.
Exactly. That's 1,000% how my wife and I are thinking about it. Yeah. And to AI, good luck making pajamas, because we're making our own damn pajamas.
Yeah, so people are going to actually start really craving that kind of human content, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the pendulum is going to shift one way, and then it's going to shift really hard back the other way. If you want to get into the discussion, which is a whole other thing, I think that universal basic income will become a thing. A lot of people will be sitting at home. I think entertainment and connecting with people will become even more important than ever before. So now's a good time to jump in, because it's still very, very early on that trend. And it's not easy.
I'll get you on for another chat. That's a whole hour video right there where we can talk about the global effects of AI and people sitting at home just getting paid by the government to watch Netflix and what that looks like. Yeah. We can talk about that another time. I'd look forward to it. But on this particular note, there's still an optimistic approach, which is great. And the internet is still a great enabler in order, to help you achieve the life that you want, which is what we want to hear. Good. And I wish you the best of luck with all your projects and your investing. And I'm going to check out your channel. It sounds really interesting.
It's fun. But yeah, I appreciate you, Alex, having me on and everything. And I hope everyone's doing well. Hang in there. It's not easy. Hang in there.
Okay, so I've got Stuart with me, a.k.a. Ficks. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Alex?
I'm good. Thanks for coming on. So,
Absolutely.
I'm doing this little video about what everyone's up to now. So, what are you up to now? Obviously, there's been a lot of change since, the Google Helpful Content update and now AI and all this other stuff. So, a lot of people aren't uploading to the YouTube channel. No one seems to be doing niche sites or anything anymore. So, what are you up to?
So I actually, been just over a year ago. There's a community health center in the town I live at. And so I got a full-time job there. And it's
Okay.
healthcare, so it's hard to see myself. It's a good opportunity because it has benefits, pension. It was already what I was doing in private practice, and I get to work with doctors. It's like a health team, physiotherapists, dietitians, nurses. So it's actually been really nice. And it's only like less than a 10-minute drive away. And I keep intending on doing YouTube stuff and a website, but with the full-time job, it's weird working 5 days a week. And with my daughter, I keep pushing it off.
Yeah. So
But other than that, life's been
time.
it's been smooth.
So when did
Yeah.
you start working there?
A year ago, May 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been the nicest place I've worked at. So it's it all kind of all fell into place. It was really nice to get that opportunity.
And before then, how were things going? You were still doing, I know you did some really funny, good videos on your YouTube channel, but did you have any
Oh yeah.
sites going or anything like that?
Yeah, the only one I have left is fatherresource.org, and there's still like a little heartbeat of, I think it's like 30 Canadian a month I make on it. I haven't touched it in probably like 2 years. And I've toyed around with the idea of just blasting a whole bunch of AI content because I still have a ZimWriter subscription.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't have like any sort of interest in it. And I in my work that I do, like counseling, therapy, I can do some private practice sessions. And so it's kind of like I can get, spend 3 hours a week getting a guaranteed income, extra boost of income, or kind of gamble with blasting AI content. So I just haven't done it. Yeah, and I don't think I will.
To be honest, I don't think blasting AI content is going to be a strategy that really gives much return. If I'm honest, I don't know if that's going to work. Especially now there's AI overviews on Google, and I've heard they're clamping down even on AI content on YouTube and things like that. It's just, yeah.
It's funny you say that. I was just thinking, I think it was yesterday or the day before, how quickly I adapted to the AI overview without even really, like, there was all that buzz about AI and everything. And now, like, I'm Googling every day, looking at the AI overview, and it's just like, I'm just so used to it.
Yeah. So no one needs to visit websites anymore, really.
No.
I've just used ChatGPT a lot for most of my questions and queries, and find it far quicker and easier than even Google's AI overview. It's just because you can have that kind of back and forth with it, get some clarification on things.
Yeah, the medical chat.
How do you feel about the future? Are you just going to stay in long-term employment for a while, or do you have some other plan maybe in the background that you might turn to eventually?
Yeah, so I would like to for me, it makes the most sense to just do something in the space I'm already working in. So I have stuartcameron.org, and it's mostly just for like therapy appointments, but I would like to build that out mainly on the YouTube side. I did do that like maybe 2 years ago. So I'm not sure if I should just start a new channel or upload to one hasn't been touched in a while. But I want to switch over to, I really like the ghost theme, and kind of just trying to build an audience there because everything's kind of built in. You can have like the memberships. A lot of therapy people, they either do like courses, or there's all sorts of ways they can kind of monetize an audience. So I see that as like a long-term plan.
And what about your other YouTube channel where you're doing the comedy skits and those kind of things? Because I really enjoyed those.
Yeah, I would like to. I just had a lot of fun. To me, that was like my version of art because I can't draw or paint or anything like that. So yeah, maybe I should try and do that again. It was fun. It was like a fun, I don't know. It was just like a fun thing to do. And I've toyed with the idea of like, yeah, I don't have to stick to like just the blogging niche. So I would like to revisit that again. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it wasn't making any money though or anything, no?
No, it was just funny. I mean, if I stuck with it for a long time, but again, it's like a gamble that's a lot of time investment.
It is.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Because you're also into gaming and things a bit, weren't you? So I don't know, maybe that's an angle.
Yeah, I only play Counter-Strike. I just.
Yeah, but that's a big community and a big audience. I think.
That's true, yeah. And there was a YouTuber who kind of makes like funny montage videos of like popular players. That was part of what led me to making some of those like funny mashups. Yeah, I just don't have the time to any game that I've tried if I have to go on YouTube and like learn a bunch about the game, I just stick to what I already know.
You just haven't got the time or inclination. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was good to catch up with you anyway, and well, I'm glad that you're enjoying your job, and if it's fulfilling, rewarding, and gives you all the benefits of regular money and healthcare and pension, all that stuff. Well, that's a good thing, especially if you've got a young family, I think.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a shame because last time I saw you in the flesh, we were down in San Diego at the Ezoic event, and that seems like a long time ago now.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was really fun.
See Ezoic anymore? I wonder what they're up to.
I think they're hanging on to a sinking ship. That's what I imagine.
Yeah, maybe because I guess with the death of niche websites and the helpful content update, that can't have been good for business.
Oh yeah, like I'll even SEMrush like old competitors that used to get millions of views, and it's just everything is just
crickets.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining me, and I'll let you know when the video's up. All right. I wish you the best of luck with everything. See you later.
Take care, Alex.
So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed putting it together. It was very nostalgic. I also hope that you found it inspiring in terms of seeing that there is still opportunity out there on the internet. I hope that if you got knocked out by the Google helpful content updates and you're not doing anything online, maybe you're going to consider starting a new project. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I do love to hear from you. I do read all the comments that I get, and I'll try to reply to as many as I possibly can. Until next time, I wish you the best of luck with anything you're working on. See you later.